The following podcast contains potentially tough subject matter, controversial topics, and/or strong language. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's the best part of having sex with 26-year-olds?
What?
There's 20 of them.
Shut up and sit down.
Hello! Welcome! Season 2. The second coming of Knights of the Wrong Table podcast.
Coming?
Wow. Oh, God. I am Nathaniel, a.k.a. Percival, a.k.a. Tender Tit Tina.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Next person.
Am I the only person introducing myself?
I'm sorry. I am the wizard.
Merlin.
Merlin the Wizard.
Yeah,
And then-
that one again. See, I don't even know my name.
You never
still.
did.
Yeah.
I still don't know who I am.
Next time we do this, I'm going to get a piece of paper. I'm going to write like all your information.
You know
on
what?
it
That's
and
a
put it
good idea.
Right in front
I
of you.
should just
Give him an
take it to
itinerary.
this
Just
table
get like,
right
get like
here.
a little cardboard piece
Hello,
of paper.
my name is.
You know,
We need to get a
I need one of
teleprompter
those
for the room.
projectors, like just to like tell me my script the whole time.
What, teleprompters?
Yeah,
It's
what
supposed
was
to
I
be-
saying?
Non-scripted verbal bullshit. And you're like, I need a script for
No, it
it.
just says,
Yes, laugh here.
improvise. Improvise.
It's literally just line after line of improvise. And then, like, every now and then there's, like, 2-word sentences. Just, that's funny.
Laugh.
Applause. I am Sir Boars, a.k.a. Caleb,
I'm gonna
a.k.a. Yeah, what?
Ponytail.
We have news. It's been a few months since
I
we
mean,
last
kind
did a
of- But I
podcast.
announced it on Twitter.
You
Not that any-
did.
Not that anyone follows our Twitter.
You did. Did you? Wait, did you? Yes, you did. Okay.
I did.
But
I did. Wait,
anybody that didn't see our Twitter that does listen on SoundCloud, YouTube, or wherever else we put it,
There's going to be a Mrs. Boars.
there's going to be a Mrs. Boars. Boars is getting married.
Yes.
He's getting tied down.
Yeah.
the old ball in chain.
Never having sex again.
He's never going
I
to
would
have
more
fun.
sex than all of you until you're married.
False.
False.
It is
Okay,
a
so you're
known
gonna have it, like-
statistical fact that a married man has way more sex than
Never mind.
a single man on the prowl.
But have you tried the naked man?
Works
Two out of
thirds.
three. 2 out of 3 times.
2 out of 3 times. Name that TV show reference.
What is it?
I know it.
How?
What?
How
It's
I-
literally on the TV show right now.
Yeah, it's right there.
How
I Met
Your Mother.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't watch that.
It's
Two out of-
legend.
50% of the time.
Legend.
Wait for it.
Legend.
Dairy.
Wow, okay, so
50% of the time, it works every time.
You gotta remember, I'm Galahad. Yeah, Austin slash
Oh yeah.
slash luscious Luke.
Oh, we have some more news. There's not going to be a Mrs. Galahad.
Ever. We've purged the earth of all
What?
possible candidates.
They purged themselves.
Scorched earth policy.
Skinny, single, and ready for a Pringle.
No, has anyone seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Of course.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's Galahad is the one that goes to the castle that's filled with all the really attractive women who are like super horny, and they're all like trying to come on to him, and he's like, oh wow, this is just great. I can't believe I got sent here. And I think Percival comes in to rescue him,
It is me.
and he's like, come on, Galahad, we got to get you out of here. He's like, what? Are you gay? Are you kidding me? He's like, no, come on. I'm saving your life. I want to stay. No, I have to save you. And he like pulls him out of the castle,
Aw.
and he's depressed for the rest of the film.
I would no. Nope. Nope.
Hmm?
Nope.
I'm disappointed.
Nope.
I am disappointed.
I am disappointed that I was going to comment. You know what? How dare my past self? Continue, please.
He is a new man.
But if we cut his ponytail, he loses his source of power.
But I gain respect.
Bring me the lawn shears.
Liggy, liggy. Snip, snip.
No,
So-
I'll,
Name
I'll
that
take like a
movie.
katana.
Name that movie. No,
Like-
no, you're not Samurai Jack. Name the movie
What movie?
that he just
What'd you just
referenced.
Licky, licky. Snip, snip.
Ah.
You failed.
No.
5.
No, it's Pirates of
Four.
the Caribbean.
Four.
There you go.
Which
Which
one?
one?
Two. 1 1
It was
1
the second one.
0
No,
0.
it's not.
Is it at World's? Is it at World's End?
No,
No.
Licky licky snip snip.
it's not
is
at
when
World's
he's-
End.
Is when he's.
It's not,
is
at
that-
not
World's
World's
It's not
End.
at
Which is
World's
the
End.
second
World's
one.
It is the second
It's
one.
not.
It
It's
is.
not
It is
at
the
World's.
second
It's
one.
not at World's End though.
I know it's not.
What's
I
the
said-
name?
Dead Man's
like-
Chest, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Dead Man's Chest. I mean, I was saying
Yeah.
I wanted the specific letters spelled out.
A-T.
At.
Okay, no, I meant to say,
Yeah.
like, 'cause I was like, is it the second one? And you're like, no. So
Oh,
I was like,
sorry.
Is it at World's End?
No.
And it was like, so you guys were like, no. And I was like, so that it's
Dead
the
man's,
second one.
It's Dead Man's Chest.
Oh my god.
You
Yes.
didn't
Dead
say
Man's
it, Caleb.
Chest is the
What's
second one.
the one?
Dead
Curse
Man
of-
Tells No Tales. Stranger
That one.
Tides.
Dead Men Tell No Tales.
That's
That's the other one I was thinking. I couldn't think of the title.
It was a good one.
It was
Yes.
decent.
It was good.
You just didn't like
I-
it because of the company in which we saw it.
Oh yeah, the ex-girlfriend.
Yes,
What
but
a
it
whore.
was a fantastic movie.
No, it was no. My biggest beef was the
Lack of beef. Yeah.
CGI version of Captain Jack Sparrow. That was my biggest beef.
You talking about the young boy
Yep.
version?
Yep, I couldn't stand.
Oh, I'm sorry they haven't invented anti-aging cream.
No. Like
Actually,
I've
L'Oreal.
reverse aging cream. There
No,
you go.
I've seen like CGI versions of younger selves before. That one for me just seemed so off-putting.
Really?
I didn't think it was that
The
bad.
whole Tony Stark one in what was it?
That one was odd.
That one was
That
really
one was
odd.
also odd. Like it's like they're
That one was creepy odd because
Was that Civil War?
yes,
yes, because
that's when he found out his parents died by the hand.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert.
yeah. If you haven't seen Civil War,
Get a life.
Y'all seen Spider-Man trailer?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god.
Is he got a black and red suit?
I
Yes.
there's
It's a
hate-
stealth suit.
there's
I
two-
hated that trailer.
There's multiple.
There's
suits.
two
Galen said the same thing. She said she absolutely hated the trailer, but she thinks it's going to be a great movie.
I think it's going to be a great movie. I hated the trailer because it ruined almost all of the movie. Like it
Probably it didn't though because Marvel.
I mean, all valid,
really
but
didn't
like
see
there
that.
was
That's probably just the first 5 minutes.
I didn't know.
Probably.
I didn't know his mom knew.
His
It's
aunt.
aunt.
His
Wait,
aunt-
no,
his
that was
aunt.
that was
she
in
finds out.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, she finds out at the end because she opens the door and he's got the suit on. She's like, "What the credits?"
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
that's right.
after what?
The
Spider-Man.
first Spider-Man, Homecoming.
That's right.
He's like showing off. With
I
the
vaguely
suit.
remember it, but I don't like.
He's like
It's
he's
the
looking at
very
himself in
end
the
scene.
mirror, like, "Oh yeah, I'm
Well, not the
Spider-Man,"
very
and
end,
she
but-
opens the door and her mouth like.
Oh
wide
yeah,
open.
yeah,
She's like,
yeah, yeah.
What the? And
Yeah.
that's credits.
That was the
Gotcha.
X-bomb.
Yeah.
They,
That they didn't.
you know, they
show.
really
Yeah, I
could have
know.
sold it. They really could have just sold.
Oh, they did for billions.
the the trailer because of the
Trailer.
whole Avengers. Like he died. I don't feel so good, Tony Stark. Like they really could have just thrown up his symbol for like a minute and just like
That would just
Spider-Man.
piss people off. Everyone knows he's coming back.
I know.
It's like
but
they might as well just go ahead and show the next Black Panther trailer because we know he's coming back.
Black Panther symbol for a minute, just
That's
done.
incredibly stupid.
I mean,
That's
some
not
of
a
this
trailer.
Is
That's a
like-
picture.
Some of this.
That's a
This
teaser.
happens
That's a
in
teaser.
between.
Like,
It's a jump scare
at
in.
this point, at this point, these
what
movies.
was the movie
Spider-Man
called?
one, right?
I don't remember.
Is it the new one?
Yeah.
Is before
No.
Infinity War?
Flatliners.
After. It has to be after.
What are you talking about?
Infinity War.
Where-
like the
where-
new
Where is
Spider-Man.
Far From Home
It's
in
got
the
to lie
timeline?
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
after Endgame?
Yeah, it's got to because
It's after Endgame.
Well, then how can it come out before?
It doesn't. It
It
comes
doesn't.
out in July.
I
Yeah.
got-
Like you
okay.
could have, I'm being absolutely serious. When I saw the name title of it and it said "Far From Home," I thought he was on another planet.
that's probably what they wanted you to think.
Then
But
they
the-
ruined it with the trailer. Like that's what I'm saying. They could have.
I think you're
they-
one of the only people that thought that.
What if?
Yeah,
What if?
I really I thought
What
it
if
didn't
the
show that
entire
much.
movie? Nope. Follow me. What if the entire movie takes place in the Soul Gym?
Whoa. All right.
Maybe.
No, because like that's just like things that.
But then Endgame.
Think about it. Did you see anyone in that trailer who wasn't turned to dust?
We don't know that Mysterio
Because-
does. We don't know that Aunt May was.
Which one was Mysterio?
Mysterio is Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh,
Which
by
one?
the way, I am excited for Jake Gyllenhaal.
Is Mysterio a villain?
Yeah, Mysterio's the one that has the fishbowl.
The fishbowl, yeah, but I'm pretty sure that they work together in this movie.
Which
Are you talking about the one who plays the sorcerer, dude?
Jake Gyllenhaal plays Mysterio.
And Mysterio,
when he's fighting
Mysterio's
when he's fighting the elemental, you see the
Okay.
fishbowl come over his head. The one that likes flying around
Oh.
zapping it. That's
Okay.
Mysterio.
Okay.
But I thought he was a villain, but like
Yeah, he
I remember
definitely
them
is.
talking about
Yeah, no,
Far From
Mysterio
Home.
should be a villain.
What is
They
Green
talk about-
Lantern? Was that
No, that's
the other
DC.
one?
That's no
Oh,
Green Lan-
No, it looked
yeah,
like
Green Lantern
it looked
is-
like it.
Wait. What do you?
Like
What looked like it?
the other guy
because
that
he was
had
using
green.
like green.
Yeah, it's
that's what I
Mysterio.
was
It's
assuming.
No,
Mysterio.
it's Mysterio.
But I knew it was DC.
That was confirmed a
Not
long
the
time
Green
ago that
Goblin
Jake
is
Gyllenhaal was
Green
going to be Mysterio.
I just
though.
thought I didn't even think
So
anything
that was
about it. I just thought he was
Mysterio.
another
Yeah,
sorcerer.
not the-
I didn't look
Because
into
it had
it
like the
that much.
symbols and
not the
everything.
Green Goblin.
No, I don't know. All I know is that like Mysteria's big thing is like
Jake
illusion.
Gyllenhaal would be a good Green Goblin. They should just have him be every villain.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is such an underrated.
You say his last
actor.
name different every time.
Gyllenhaal.
It's Gyllenhaal.
It's Gyllenhaal.
No,
No,
you
it's
said
not.
you said Gyllenhaal.
I'm not
earlier.
sure, so I'm not in this.
He says Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Okay, he's wrong.
He's his name.
His first name is pronounced Jockey.
Anyway,
See, the bad part is that I told my mom about
Gyllenhaal.
the Spider-Man trailer and how Gyllenhaal is Mysterio, and she's like, "Who's Jake Gyllenhaal?" And I was like, "What?" And the only movies that came to mind
was Brokeback Mountain.
was Brokeback Mountain. Was Brokeback Mountain and Nightcrawler. Is the only two movies I could think
Day
of.
After Tomorrow. That's my favorite.
It's been
movie
a
with him.
long time that I've seen that movie.
I've
That
watched
is a
that
good
movie on the
movie,
reg.
And then
That's my favorite disaster film.
Southpaw
Yeah, it is.
was a great movie.
Never saw it.
That
The boxing movie.
Yeah. It was
Oh,
really,
Southpaw. I thought you said
Yes.
South Pole. I was like,
no, Southpaw. Like that
I
one.
don't remember.
That one was a great movie. And then Brothers.
It's been a while since I've seen
Step
What's
Brothers.
that?
No, Brothers. No, Brothers is
The
him and
The four. It's the four of them. They're all like half siblings,
no,
right?
no, it's
Different
his
movie,
brother who is the original Spider-Man. I forgot. For the love of God.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
Oh,
Yeah, Tobey Maguire and him are in a movie. Tobey Maguire goes off to war, is married to.
Yes, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know you're talking
And
about.
so
Oh,
never finished that one. It's
I've seen
extremely
that.
depressing.
That's a good.
it is a really good movie.
It's a
and like
great
It is
movie.
depressing.
she thinks he's dead.
Yo.
and
The
In
the,
fact,
sce-
he's
the
just been
scene where he
torturing her.
finds out is intense.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Go watch it. It's a good movie.
Fantastic movie.
Really depressing.
All right, we're gonna play a
Really
we're
sad.
gonna play a friendship game. Sounds
Oh,
really
are we?
gay. It's not.
Wait,
I'm
what
gonna say
Get your hand off of me,
I'm gonna
dude.
say a
I wanted it to be
word
gay.
or series of words, and you have to like each. We're
Penis.
gonna take a turn.
Friendship acquired.
Yes. Achievement get acquire friendship. And you have to finish the rest of the word. I was going a lot better than I thought. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Ridge,
And all.
sour cream and un,
Yen.
I'm confused.
salt and vin.
I'm not saying it. Nigger.
I was,
Salt
I
and
was like,
vinegar.
That was the whole point of that game.
I was expecting something more than rather than like.
Chip
the,
flavors.
The one with the hard R.
It's
Salt
salt
and
and vinegar.
vinegar. Sound a little French with it. Vinegar.
Vinegar.
All right. So, did you hear about? Speaking of niggers, did you hear about?
I was
Someone-
gonna give it like 5 more seconds, and I was gonna say it, but
So,
So
did
much
you
for
hear
not
about
editing.
that? I believe it was a newscaster that flubbed on saying Martin Luther King Day, and said Martin Luther Coon, and then was like he messed up his words, but it clearly sounds like he said coon. And so-
Yes, I have seen that.
Oh my gosh.
At least he didn't call it James Earl Ray Day. That would have been bad.
Ah,
For those
No.
of you who don't know, that's the guy who shot him. It just got really,
Don't get it
really
wrong.
quiet.
History lesson.
all right. So, anyways,
I know all the great assassins. You know, Ezio, Altair,
we're like
John Wilkes Booth.
oh
Lord.
this is much needed.
That one guy that shot JFK, not the one they captured, but the one who really did it. I won't say his name. It was
Magneto.
Me. It was me.
I got that reference.
Nice.
Yeah. Days of Future Past.
Got him.
Nobody
Oh.
got my reference.
Really confusing movie. What
I said I got that reference.
Oh no! Why'd you have to say that? Captain America.
Yep. It's from Avengers.
Yeah. He goes.
First
"Oh,
Avengers."
What, was the, what did he say?
I don't remember.
He's like, I got that reference. There's something really.
Something about
simple.
Frankenstein.
Oh, they were
I'm
sitting.
pretty
at the
sure,
table.
right?
Maybe.
Were they sitting at the table?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, I got that reference. Every time I say that, my sister goes, I got that reference.
On your left.
On your left.
So.
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 So
So.
So
Punisher season
So.
2 just came out.
ooh. Future
I
Man
haven't
season
watched.
2
I
came out.
haven't watched any of the hero
What's his-
shows
did
besides
it?
Arrow,
No,
like season
Future
2.
Man season 2.
Punisher.
So good.
I
Well,
haven't.
I consider
finished
him a
the first
hero.
one. I think I have. I can't remember. I
Punisher.
started
Just
watching it
watch-
again.
Watch
Yeah,
Punisher.
it's
I started watching it.
The guy Bernthal, John Bernthal, right? From Walking Dead.
Yes, he's the guy who plays Shane in The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
It's
I've
very
seen
good.
scenes from it.
Very
You ever,
good.
did you ever watch?
Warzone was terrible.
Yeah. Excuse me.
It was awful.
I loved Warzone.
The original one was really good, but then the second one they came out with a different guy, I hated.
Oh yeah, no, the original.
The one that looks like a Tarantino spinoff of
Ah,
Punisher,
Maybe.
because it's
Hey.
like super bloody and
Oh, that
unrealistic.
one,
He
yeah.
throws a rebarb
I
through a
have
guy.
it. It's not that great.
I don't.
It really
remember.
isn't.
yeah.
I haven't seen it in
It's
years,
like
but I used to
a
love that movie.
downgrade.
There's the
from-
original one that has John Travolta as
Yeah,
the
that's
bad
not-
guy.
Yes,
That's a good one.
that is the amazing one.
Mhm.
I haven't seen
Like,
that one,
yeah.
but I like the new one though. I
Warzone-
thought it was just entertaining. Not that it was a
Warzone-
good movie, but it's
my
entertaining.
first-
I was
My
gonna say
favorite
Warzone was
scene-
good because it like really pulled from the comic books, like with Jigsaw and like stuff like that. But I just got really tired of the action because it's
I
just
like that
over,
actor though.
The
it was overly bloody.
the actor
Like,
from
I
the
don't give a
original
shit about
movie-
overly bloody.
no, well, it gets to a point where it's like, okay, this is boring.
I did like the scene where he punches literally through the guy's face into the wall.
Exactly.
I thought that was awesome.
But it's so stupid because it's not real.
I
Like,
don't give a shit if it's not real.
No,
It's
but the whole-
entertaining.
The
I
whole
want it
point
to be
of the Punisher
realistic,
is
though.
that he's a real dude. He gets hurt, but he still gets up and
No, like
does his
one of the
job.
greatest scenes from the original movie,
Yeah.
from the very first one,
That's where he
is
has the car dragging him away. Or
that's a
or
great
the one where
Punisher.
he has to hold the grenade and he
The
can't let go.
grenade. Oh, the grenade. Like he has basically killed everybody in the office except for like the main son,
Yeah.
which
The oldest son, I think.
the oldest son, and so
I'm listening.
the Punisher actually, like, while he's kind of dilapidated and kind of laying on his desk or whatever, takes his hand, straps a grenade, like right, or like ties a string around a grenade, like, and then throws the grenade over something, so his hand's like this, but just barely.
Yeah, he has to
Puts
hold
his-
his hand up.
Puts his hand around it and pulls the pin. And so if he wants to, like, let go of the grenade to put his arm down, he can't.
No, I can't remember
No.
exactly
Oh,
how it
no,
was.
no, no.
Essentially,
He lets
once he
go.
becomes fatigued and his hand falls,
It
goes off.
Okay, okay. He tapes his hand.
Either way, the dude was dead. It's just a matter of whether he wanted to do it quickly or try to wait it out.
No, no,
for
my,
pulls
something
the
my,
to
pin.
happen.
no,
It
my
pull-
favorite scene is
He had
where
the pin out, but it would pull the clip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hook to the
he had
clip.
his
Talking about
grenade-
I remember that.
89 one? The 1989?
No, I don't
not
think
that
it's
old.
that old.
It's not at least not that I'm aware of. No,
That was,
He
it
has
did
the
have John
grenade.
Travolta in it though.
Dolph Lundgren played the Punisher in that one.
let me see.
It might be that one. I only know of the two Punisher movies.
Yeah, I
'Cause
literally.
This is the
own,
Punisher
I
in
think-
1989.
Well, if not, then I'm like really.
And then the other one came
depressed
out
right
while we
now.
were in like elementary school or something, middle school.
The Punisher 2004
What-
was the one I was talking about.
And then there should be one
Oh,
called
no.
Punisher Warzone. Warzone's the bad one. That's what I know.
No, okay. The Punisher, the one that came out in 2004, is the one you're talking about. Thomas Jane is the
Thomas Jane.
Punisher,
Thomas Jane.
and John Travolta is Howard
Okay.
Saint.
That's the good one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's-
was talking about Warzone. I actually enjoyed Warzone.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with you?
So yeah, no, he tapes a grenade to a guy's hand, right? And I think he's missing another one, so that's why he can't take it off. And then ties a string around the pin and then puts it over. And so
We're probably horribly butchering this scene.
yeah. And so basically,
Well,
either
it's good
puts
'cause
his arm
we don't
down
give anything away.
and the
Yeah.
grenade goes
Yeah.
off, or holds his arm there up for eternity.
And then he's
And
walking
so-
away from the office, and you just see the one corner room.
And he's talking to John Travolta, and he's like, "I've already killed one of your sons." Boom. There's the other one.
That's awesome.
And like
Yeah.
the way he
I
kills,
love badass
the way
lines
he
like
kills
that.
John Travolta is it's like he's
Spoilers! I was gonna watch it.
No, you weren't.
I actually was.
Okay,
It
I
fine.
don't
should
give a
be
shit, go
on.
He
ahead.
doesn't kill John Travolta
Should be on Netflix.
that hard.
If I'm not,
I don't know.
mistaken, it should be on
It's
Netflix.
pretty sick. You
I
should
think
watch
it's a
it.
good movie.
It's old enough to where it's a little
I
cheesy.
think it's the one that they base like that storyline is what they base the TV series off of because you don't see the intro for
Yeah.
it skips like the becoming of the Punisher.
Oh, and it's so good. It's just so good. I like the guitar player. La, 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 la. He smokes with like his pinky and stuff. It's really weird.
Okay.
Okay.
That's like one of the things I noticed.
Cool story.
Tell it again.
Please
So-
don't. Please
like
don't.
smoke
No,
with
please
his pinky.
stop. Please.
I think that would.
Oh, I got it.
The world's supposed to end tomorrow night.
Oh, why?
What's supposed to end?
The world.
Is Gillette making another commercial?
I actually never saw that commercial.
Neither did I.
Hey,
Wait, is it really supposed to end tomorrow?
Well, it's another one of those theories because there's a
Total
it's
lunar
called
eclipse tonight?
yeah no it's called a super wolf blood moon, which sounds like the weirdest anime series
Wolfenstein.
ever.
Wolfenstein.
It sounds like a really bad anime series, but no, it's like it's where it's gonna be a giant
yeah, it's
blood
supposed to be
moon.
at 12:30 tonight, I believe.
Tonight or tomorrow.
I was told tonight.
Well, shit, Bill.
gonna die
It's
tonight.
already the moon is already
But,
huge.
well, I guess 12:30 it would be tomorrow.
Well, if you guys don't get this podcast, we're all dead. So
Well, they won't know because
because the world will end. Basically, it is supposed to be like
the podcast doesn't get uploaded. Well, you know what happened, guys. The moon.
this is just a weird paradox in my mind. Can't wrap my head
It's
around
the
right there. But
End of the world
as we know it.
Down, 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 down.
okay.
Copyright. I'll say we can sing it.
Apparently, it's supposed to be some like biblical foretelling of the end of the world when there's a certain amount of blood moons in a certain amount of time,
Oh yeah,
and we've had those.
have we?
Apparently,
So I haven't heard about that.
me either.
I didn't even know that they kept a record of that.
Oh, they
Like
keep
back in the
records.
day.
Dude, they keep records of everything, man. Last time you farted, that got recorded.
Yeah, did it?
I mean, he is in the military, so they record all of his bowel movements.
Yeah.
It tweaked. It tweaked. Write it down,
It's
boys.
going
Write
out.
it down.
Oh nope, it's just a shard.
It's just a shard.
Just have your pin ready.
It's gonna be hard sucking dick with all that shrapnel in your throat.
What?
I don't know. That was a line I've wanted to use for a long time.
Why?
I don't know.
It's a little out of context too.
I don't know.
I
Get a
prefer to
headshot with a rocket
dodge.
launcher.
Okay, hey, well, I
That.
The shrapnel, not the dick.
Yeah.
mean, best thing you got for Christmas, go.
Best thing I got for
Xbox
Christmas?
One X,
Yeah, shut up, you privileged
Apple
child.
Watch.
Shut up. I said
Wow,
one thing.
what the-
One thing.
I didn't. I got the
I
Xbox One X for my family.
I win. A fiance.
That wasn't for Christmas.
Nah, that wasn't for Christmas.
That's
And then you
before
got that yourself with the help of your girlfriend, so
well,
it's
see,
not
the thing
technically
is,
the
you're
thing
getting
is,
a
that
gift.
was
is
a
that no
present.
matter how much money I spend
that
on
was
it,
inevitably you
it's-
were gonna get.
she still said no. So I mean, like,
Yeah, there was a
It's
split
the-
second where
it's-
she
She
said
said no, and then yes. It's whatever.
no. Yeah, she went
She's
no,
confused.
no. Wait, yes? Yes, I didn't mean no.
It's the Christmas money that costs you more and more each year.
I did not say
way
that.
to just dig a
I
bottomless
did.
pit.
You're a financial drain.
But just think about that tax exemption, though.
I get a better tax exemption. Yeah, okay. You know what? No.
They're gonna
Make
be
more
like,
money on
"He's
disability."
married.
Hey, if
He's
you
married."
pop out a
Yeah,
few
I know. I
kids,
make
you
more
can put
money if
those
I was
on
on
your
disability,
taxes.
not married,
If
with
you make-
kids, and living
If you
with
make
somebody.
if you make not enough money and then have kids, every time you have a kid, you get a raise. I'm talking every 9 months. That's more often than I get a raise. So you do that, man.
Yeah, you pop them kids out.
We
every
don't have a
9
messed
months.
up welfare system
What you
at
do?
all.
What you do is every 9 months, pop out a kid. You get the raise. Late term abortion.
Oh my god.
Rinse,
I am
lather,
stepping on everybody's feet today.
rinse, lather, repeat.
Slap and repeat.
You have to buy a new vacuum every 3 years. Constantly run out of coat hangers. The stairs are dented, dude. I can keep going. The front fender of my car is just ran down.
Those seatbelts, they work.
The knife has gotten dull.
What?
No. All right.
What?
I'm already a married man. My jokes aren't even
No, you're
funny.
not.
You're not
You're not
married.
married.
You're engaged.
Yeah, calm down.
Calm down. You're jumping the gun a
Sorry,
little
Rob.
bit.
Can I jump it really?
Yeah, I wanted to ask something like later, but just by the way.
Just do it now.
No, oh, okay, whatever. So the invitation says Spencer's.
Yeah.
I figured.
No, that's how.
I figured that you would just have
Unless-
both your names.
No,
on it.
I think that's like a normal thing, unless like they each have a particular title. Like for my cousin's wedding,
Uh-huh.
he was a doctor and she has a doctorate, so it's like Doctor Justin.
The return address
And-
had Spencer's on it, which by the time that
Yeah.
Oh,
what
is that
I
what you're
was-
talking about?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
it's
Well, he
because
doesn't
I
have his
had
own address
I
yet.
had like 10 characters, so Spencer's is what was put there.
Gotcha. I was
Yeah.
Yeah. wondering because
No,
I was like,
honestly,
that was
I
weird.
no, when I was
No, the
creating
wedding
it,
is at a Spencer's in a mall.
Yeet. Remember to register.
We are
all right?
always. Yes, the registry is
The registration is at Spencer's.
interesting.
And
I can't buy half
the list
items.
is long.
You have to be 21 to buy most of the items.
They're not gonna have
Little
bobbing.
shorter
They're not
there.
bobbing for
Little-
apples. They're
little
bobbing
shorter.
for ball gags.
Whoa.
So what'd you get? What'd you get?
An
What'd you
edible
get?
panty.
Christmas. Christmas.
What,
We're catching
did I
up.
get?
Yeah, we
what
missed
did I
2
get?
months. We're catching everyone
Lymphoma.
up. Cancer.
I already
AIDS.
got that. I had that the month before.
Oh yeah, probably from working.
Okay.
Long story.
Working on that
AIDS?
old house with
Cancer and
asbestos.
lymphoma?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You had a rough
So I'm
month.
going through some serious garbage right now.
What'd you get?
I'm trying to think. Can I pass?
Sure.
Oh my God.
We've gone through everybody.
No,
right?
I haven't gone.
You didn't go?
No,
I'm
I'm
so
douchebag.
sorry.
I'm still here, guys. I bought myself a rifle.
Oh my God. He was.
What did you get?
It was.
I
was-
gotta- I gotta-
all of this was just a giant ploy so that he can now talk about the rifle he bought himself for Christmas,
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
which is it's a sexy rifle, by the way.
I mean,
it's a
talking
repeater.
Talking about
Like it's-
rifles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I
a
got-
sad subject.
So we're going to the range,
my
right?
My grandfather
Ranges are closed because
left
the government
me
shut
a
down.
rifle.
Oh,
Mother.
government shut down.
Yeah.
What
Government shut down. Build
It
the
was,
wall. Government shut down. Build the wall.
30-30.
Okay.
So it was like an older version, but my dad got the 308 British. So
303.
no, it's 308.
308's not British.
It's not.
There's a 303 British.
338 Lapua.
It's probably not that. Is it
30-06.
old wood stock, like kind of straight cut almost? Bolt with a detachable magazine. Actually, some of them are detachable. Yeah, it's a 303.
But it's a 308.
No, it's a 303.
But
I promise you.
no, it's literally
Unless
308.
unless it's a later version that's chambered in 308. Most of those are 303.
No, it's a 308.
It looks like a gerbil.
It literally looks like it's a rifle, not a.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite look like that. It has like open sights and everything. Pretty sick. I don't know. Maybe
this might be like a 50s.
I think it is.
Like once NATO became a thing, they may have remade it. in
I think it was.
308.
I think it was. Because it is. It is.
I had to get a new one.
Okay,
My other one
cool.
burnt out.
That's pretty
The
neat.
coil.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because most of them. Do you know
But yeah, they
how many
sell-
rounds will it hold in the?
I believe 10.
Okay, I was gonna say because the
Yeah.
old ones could hold 10.
It's like
Yeah.
$15 cheaper.
Because I have like the
It's
clip
just
and
that.
everything that you
They have the silver and
put
black.
up in there.
They also have.
It looks similar to the one
skins.
that you're looking
Skins you
at.
can put
I was
around
gonna say there's a
For like
thousand
$10.
different.
Yeah.
Like
Kind of expensive,
of
but-
that one particular gun. Like the World War II versions, there's a Mark One, Mark Two, and a Mark Three. They go back to like World War One.
It's really hard to find ammo for it. Like you have to go to those like gun sales and
Mhm.
like just look through the boxes to find like 308
So
shells. Oh, sorry, we were having a side conversation.
Yeah, we were talking about.
You're
guns.
having the main conversation. We were
Okay,
having a side
let's
conversation.
just like get back on subject.
what was your Christmas
Subject?
present?
It's both topic and subject. Together.
Subject.
Subject.
Together.
What was your Christmas present?
He still didn't think
I
about
don't know. This Christmas is just crazy for me. So
I know.
I got a new phone case and then I broke it.
it. Did he get a girlfriend?
I mean, is that something?
Did you get a girlfriend?
Did you get on a date?
I did go on somewhat. Yes.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
went
skirt.
on
Yes
2.
or no?
Oh, he
Okay,
did.
well,
I'm getting to
if
know
you
this
went
girl.
on-
Like I didn't even like really meet her.
I was gonna say it was a bit of a blind date.
It was
situation.
like
yeah, if,
Okay.
so. It wasn't really
That's why-
like.
that's why
if
I'm
it was a
asking.
somewhat date, did she know about it?
Yeah, like the
probably
week
Don't
figured it
before.
destroy this man.
She probably figured it
no.
out after the chloroform rag.
She can't say no if she's not awake.
That's right.
Got it. Oh my God, Jeremiah.
I forgot he has a thing for that. Not like a thing for that, but like he keeps coming back
that's
to it
his
in
thing.
conversation.
No, she has a kid.
Oh, nice.
So.
That was pretty quick, man. I didn't think 9 months had passed.
Yeah, I know, right?
How old is she?
She's 27.
That's not a bad age to have a kid.
That's not a bad age to have a kid.
It's
You know?
cream of the crop.
Well, how
you
old's
know?
the kid? 32.
3.
No, 13.
Jeez.
It's possible. If it's
Man,
popsicle.
I fucking hate kids.
I mean, that wasn't something I got for Christmas. I mean,
The
this,
kid.
this was afterwards. Number one.
The kid. She walks in. This is for you.
He poops 5 times a day, and he only eats vegan baby food. Good luck finding that.
He only breastfeeds, so I hope you lactate.
I don't, so.
I know a friend that knows a friend, so we got.
Whoa.
Getting that black market breast milk.
Did you know there is that?
What?
There's a black market for
Yeah,
breast milk.
because
Probably.
infinite.
Wait, there's
infant
black
formula is
breast milk?
ridiculously expensive.
I didn't know there was chocolate breast milk.
Oh
No.
my god.
No, there's.
That was
I
a joke, right? Okay, thank you.
Can I get strawberry?
And I find it a little ridiculous that
buddy.
there has to be a black market.
Want to buy some boob milk?
Like what?
Why can't there be a yellow market? You know?
Wow. No, it's really stupid because like there's a lot of
A red market. A bull market.
A bear market.
Carry a big stick, was it?
We're not really getting much done.
No, we're not.
It's because we haven't done this in so long.
I fucking hate kids. I fucking hate kids, dude. Well, let me rephrase. No. I said that out of order.
all right.
I
You
hate
better
fucking
love my
kids.
Not love, not love.
Love.
Nobody heard
What
that?
in
I
the
heard it. It's
world?
just you put the pronunciation wrong. It's you fucking ate kids.
No. You didn't hear what I said after that.
Yeah, so you hate you.
You hate fucking kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Nobody
but
thought
you
it was
ate
fucking
children.
assholes. I was proud of that. That was funny.
Maybe 5
Not
minutes
all
ago.
of your jokes land. You don't have to be so
Like
conceited to
that
believe
Malaysia
they all
flight,
land.
But that one
370.
was funny.
What? What?
He said like the Malaysian flights. we are just going for it today, man.
Whoa. Any available opportunity, just like
Man, this is great.
So
Good to be back.
long time, brothers.
I got clothes for
I
Christmas.
thought he was about to say chlamydia. I don't know why, but that's what I heard coming out of his mouth.
I got these
Cholera.
pants. They nice.
Cholera.
Wranglers.
Yeah, dude,
Wranglers?
I gave you a
Wranglers.
sweet pair of pajamas.
Oh yeah, I wore those
You damn right.
once.
All right, that's good.
I'm just kidding.
To Goodwill to give them away.
He wore them to Goodwill, just takes them off in the middle of Goodwill. These are for you.
And then
Walks
walks
away.
Can I
out
trade
with his
these for
business.
something?
Do I get trade-in value?
Is there like,
Is there a collector value for wear and tear?
like this is the first
Sir,
time.
are
I've
you wearing
worn-
underwear?
No.
No.
It adds value.
My balls.
There's depreciation and then appreciation.
And this is testicular appreciation.
Oh, we're such idiots.
I love it.
Menstruation. Got one. I got a rhyme.
Menstruation without representation.
Damn.
Wait, so are we going next?
Taxation
Next
without
weekend is when you
menstruation?
wanted to go look at clothes.
Yeah, it's next weekend.
It's when he's scheduled.
There's one problem. I don't have money.
He's paying for it.
I got it.
Fucking awesome.
I love you.
I was like, okay.
No.
I'll pick it out and then just won't buy it yet.
No, most likely it'll be a rental.
You'll
so.
just
Oh,
look
okay.
at it. Just be like, yeah, I want that.
So are we doing lavender suede shoes?
No.
Lavender suede.
I was so
shoes.
excited for that, dude. I was ready.
Lavender suede shoes.
Most likely black shoes, gray pants, white shirts, lavender suspenders, and bow ties.
150
Okay.
a piece.
And then
You know that Elvis song? Oh, don't you step on my lavender suede shoes. It's blue suede shoes.
We're trying to
you
get
know
a
my
deal.
favorite meme. My favorite meme ever created is the Elvis Presley, where it's like they dubbed in a different like sound, and instead of like you see him playing the guitar, and he's all like, "Woo!"
Yeah, and he's like, there's no music. There's no music.
he's like trying to sing, and he's like, all you hear is like squeaking shoes, and he's like dancing, and then like not playing the guitar. Woo!
That's amazing.
I love it. That's like my favorite.
All right, cool.
So Gillette
The best a man
Razors.
can get.
hates men.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous.
I didn't see that.
I seen that on the news.
Yeah, no, it's Gillette had created a
Doesn't matter. What's going to end tomorrow.
commercial. No, so Gillette created a commercial
Yeah.
that was started off meh, but then what? And then as the commercial actually went on, it became really, really anti-men. Like, it was saying all the things that were actually good things about men, calling them bad. Like, boys would be boys. And it's like, yes, that is a very true fact, but they didn't have any explanation for it. They showed, like, some chauvinistic white dad looking at, like, two kids and like, meh, they're fighting. He's like, meh, boys will be boys. And Gillette's like, this is bad. And it's like, no. Boys...
¿Por qué no go?
It's like two things. Young boys need to learn how to fight because that teaches them a lot when they get older.
I never learned how to fight.
But see, you actually had a man to teach you how to control your anger. Is that right?
Nope.
My
My dad let me kill a dog once.
What?
With my bare hands. I was
That's
angry.
awesome.
You were hangry?
I wish my
I
dad
lost in
did
Fortnite.
No, but like
This was yesterday.
that was like, but
Rip Bentley.
like the phrase should go, boys will be boys, and need to be taught by men how to be men. Like,
Okay.
and that's like the full finishing. Of
I
the
really
phrase.
thought.
So-
I thought
so
it
at-
was. I kind of caught the end of it. So
what's-
I thought it was more.
At what stage during your dad's seminar on how to be a man did he have ponytail?
That's good. All right.
That was good. That was good. That was really good.
All right. No, you're good. You won.
Glad I
You
cut
won.
my hair yesterday.
You won. All right.
So, anyways,
Yeah, go ahead.
I caught the end of like the news broadcast or whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought it was more on relations to anti-bullying.
It
Was the new version, and people were upset because they were promoting that, and in the past they
What-
had promoted bullying.
what? No.
They
What?
had promoted some type of
The real
masculinity.
issue. Yeah. No. See, the real issue is back in the old days. Their slogan is the best a man can be. Is that right?
Best a man can get.
The best
Yeah.
a man can get.
Yeah.
It rhymes
And they
Gillette.
showed like men that go home to their wives and become a husband, and they show men that work hard in the workplace, and they show all of these men, and it was a really good male commercial that's inspiring to men. This new one showed men that were backing down from specific situations, where like it showed a short little clip of a man interjecting a woman, and it's all like, look how awful that is. He interjected a female. Like that was the whole spin of the commercial, was that it was a level of quote unquote toxic masculinity that was bad throughout the whole commercial. Instead of inspiring a man to be an actual man, it was inspiring men to be
Fake men to be real
it was
boys.
inspiring men to not be
I'm a real boy.
the good parts about being a man. Like
The-
driven. Like most men are driven. Most men are all of these things. And it's like, it's not wrong for a man to correct a woman. It's wrong for a man to be a dick. It's like there's a thin line that you have to make sure you clearly and articulate whatever. You have to clearly articulate what you're trying to
Say
convey.
articulate.
Whatever. And it's like, and they absolutely did not, and it was really shitty.
Are you
Like,
not
it-
going to get any more Gillette products?
Well, no. And Harry's Razors did something very, very similar to it. So now the only shaving company that isn't overtly against.
Well, maybe they're
masculinity.
not really against men. Maybe they're just
They're against
pointing
masculinity.
Out, well, they're pointing out the things that fathers aren't stepping up and doing. You know,
No, not really.
The thing,
not the commercial. did not do that.
Not-
I'd have to see the commercial.
yeah, I haven't seen it, but what I get from your explanation of it was, what I get from it is, yeah, it probably was very shitty and done in a bad way, but also it could be that they're trying to point out that not all men are good people. It's that everybody has.
yeah, like
Here's my-
they're being real.
Here's my
they're
thing.
being
People who
legitimate.
make products shouldn't have political opinions, like company-wise.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They should
Well,
just
that-
make
yeah,
their
that's
product and shut
true.
up.
Yeah.
'Cause
But then-
it's getting really annoying. because
It's like
you shouldn't have to walk through the cereal aisle and go, oh well, Fruit Loops said that one thing on public
that's
TV.
actually that is very very true. Like
And-
and see that's one thing that is
It's like I
has
used to eat Fruit Loops, but now I don't.
occurred so
Yeah.
often is
And I'm
that
stuck eating the crappy version of Fruit Loops because they don't say crap about anything.
I haven't eaten Fruit Loops since the accident.
you know a lot of
1945.
I mean, you're absolutely right. A lot of companies actually do pander. They make these commercials that are overtly, so like they make a commercial about LGBT, and it's like, okay, that's fine. It's whatever.
Like
but it is.
Levi's jeans.
I mean,
came
I
out with that
understand
one.
like being upset. I was kind of upset the fact that
You missed it.
I mean I didn't truly understand what it was all about, but like I was upset that they were making a big thing over a commercial.
Yeah. No. I mean,
2019. What can we complain about today, fellas? I saw this
And they
commercial.
put it on news.
Let's go with
If
it.
they wouldn't put it on news, it wouldn't be such a big thing. News is just a load of.
well,
horse.
so the thing is that it
Dude.
was only
Did
news.
you see his search history? 2019 Women's March cringe.
My biggest
we
problem
should go
with
back
that
to
commercial
Viking law.
is that it overly stereotypes. Like all of the men in that lineup were admitting boys were like that.
They were
Maybe
connecting
it
the
was
whole
just a
boys
trend.
with
It was
What they're
trend?
saying with that is that it's been a saying that has been passed down through families over and over and over and over and over again. They're not saying that all men say that to kids. They're just
No.
saying that that's the thing that's been said
But
forever.
they're overgeneralizing everything.
Well,
the-
my thing
So
is
can
like
we
the
not
whole
say
boys
that
will be
anymore?
boys,
Is
and then
that
instantly
what's
after
going
that was
on?
all the sexual harassment scandal stuff.
boom.
Yeah, no.
That's-
That was a little ridiculous, but at the
that's-
same time, they could have done it. They could have done it a lot differently and still had the same message. But a lot of that I actually agree with is that men need to be better, not just that men in general are assholes. I'm just saying that men need to.
That's the general tenor of that commercial is that men are assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's showing
Like
that the
instead
next
of saying
generation-
instead of actually saying that men are great and we deserve to be better, like you would never ever ever see a similar commercial condemning women of some of the things that they do.
Well, here's my thing is like, I realize it might be different in big city areas, like because most of that looked like it was like in New York,
Like,
or the
yeah, like
suburbs
city,
of
suburban.
Atlanta kind of a thing.
I mean,
But around here, women fight as much, if not more, than guys. Like I was talking to a lady today, and she's like, yeah, I would have knocked that bitch out if it wasn't for the fact she was pregnant.
I was like,
That's an average conversation here in town.
That was
Hold
at
on.
work.
The problem I find is why do pregnant women get a pass?
Well, because
Fuck them up.
already
they're,
happened.
they're obtaining a child in them. Like,
No. It all
They're
depends.
holding it life. It's precious. Well, they're being a cunt.
Well,
I'm just gonna put you in
they
the
have
face, not the
mood
baby.
swings,
who
like-
conveys what life is? Is it the mom? We don't know.
Okay, that's a different topic. No, but I liked their one commercial that they had like a year ago where they're talking. It was like their one production facility in Boston, and it's like, here at Gillette, we got the best hardworking men and women. But I don't know why it's Australian. Just roll with it.
I got Australian, but I also got Bronx. So
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah, the Australian Bronx. Call it Sydney.
Melbourne.
They all can't be perfect tens, Austin.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're great with accents, but they all can't be perfect.
Yeah. I got to go back to New York, and then I'll be able to do one.
Oh my God. Okay, continue.
A New Yorker. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm walking in.
Yeah, like that old lady you walked into.
I'm walking in.
Why don't you watch where you're walking? You're like, oh my gosh. No, but
Shut up,
it
Clarice.
showed-
Go eat your prune
It
juice.
showed all the people like working at the facility, and it's like this is. It was about working America. It was very much towards like middle class American workers, which is completely opposite of what that commercial is
Yes.
well,
to an extent.
I mean, it was the more like the basic like commercial. They could have put like fathers need to step up, like showing them breaking up the fight.
Like
But my biggest issue is
doing.
it had
They could
nothing
have
to do with
just
shaving.
chopped off the whole
Yeah, exactly.
front of it. That whole front portion, and just had that ending part, and it would have been a perfect.
Well, here's
good
my-
commercial.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
like-
If they,
like
yeah,
the-
I agree with that.
the whole
Yeah.
commercial would have been fantastic if it showed short snippets of men being actual men instead of this slightly propagandist bull that they like the videos of like the home videos. Those were perfect. Those were beautiful of like a father like being a father to a little girl.
Yeah.
And like actual
Like
videos.
telling her, like, yeah, I'm strong.
Yeah.
I'm a good person.
Those were good.
Yeah.
Those were good.
Mhm.
It was the pandering, like a guy that was like found an attractive woman walking across the street, and some dude out of nowhere just like, whoa, dude, don't go talking.
I'm
to
pretty
her.
sure it was supposed to be
And-
his friend.
Yeah, I'm sure it was
I'm
too.
probably
But
not. I'm,
still,
I'm pretty
like,
sure it's not supposed to be just some random guy. Was
But
like, no,
if,
dude.
if you and me were out somewhere and I saw a girl who was like really cute, and I was like,
And you were
"Dude, I'm not-
mustering
I'm
up the
not gonna
courage to go
her."
talk to her.
You're
I
not gonna-
wouldn't
You would be
deny
like,
you that.
you'd
See,
be like,
okay.
yeah, man, go talk to her.
You know,
Like,
I
not-
understand that, but what I got from the body language of the guy was that he was about to do something shitty. Just the way that he was like, ooh.
But honestly, though, here's the thing: you can't do anything. He couldn't have
He's
done
in
anything that
public.
shitty because it was on a public street in the middle of
Yeah.
Times Square or
And-
something.
and somebody
And
would have done
most
something.
laws
Most
now.
men
And
would have
most-
done something.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Point proven. Most men would have done something.
Yeah.
And that video was showing that most men like it
Don't.
was showing that most men don't. And like it was trying to portray that this is what men are supposed to do when in actuality that is what men already do.
I mean, how do you meet somebody? You got to talk to them. I mean, like number
You
one.
got you got to thrust your pelvis forward and lead with the dick.
Yeah, look at my.
You gotta let your second head lead, bruh.
No, see, and the other thing, it
Think
had
with your
absolutely
head, not
nothing-
with your dome.
Right.
It had absolutely nothing to do with shaving or with the products they sell.
That's the
No.
problem I had with it.
Like, is Gillette running for president in 2020? No.
Apparently.
Okay.
You know what a great Gillette commercial would have been? See a dude in a mirror
Shaving.
shaving,
Half
and
shaven,
an
half
inner
not
monologue going on in his head, like,
Wow, I'm shaving.
"Gotta go to work today.
I'm
Gotta
going
take
on
care of
this
my
date.
kids." It's like,
I'm
"Gotta go to work
shaving.
today," or like it shows.
I am
series of
fucking-
I
shit.
remember
I am
my wife's
beautiful.
Like, anniversary, like our anniversaries today. Like
Yeah,
things
like-
that.
Should I leave it half
series-
shaven? No, I'll shave off.
Yeah, like it would a series of different men shaving, and then like in their heads, middle like on monologues.
Dude,
of,
we
like,
could literally make
I can
them a
help
commercial.
Gillette. Boom, we will. We'll make
perfect idea.
it- Okay.
Amazon Gillette crossover. Ready for it?
We'll call it
Okay.
Jamazon.
No. And it would be sold for a really cheap price, like $1, and it would. Oh God.
No, that's not what I
Dollar
was getting
Shave
at.
Club.
That's not what I was
Oh
getting
my
at.
God.
No, I was
Wait,
getting at
that's
like
the thing already.
the guy is in his house / apartment walking around like gathering keys and whatnot and being like, Alexa, what's on my schedule today? And then Alexa was like, get flowers for anniversary, pick up kids from school, take kid to soccer practice, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And then he goes, do I have time? And he goes, yeah, I got time. And goes in the bathroom and just like,
Shaves.
yeah, and shaves with a Gillette razor that's a nice, smooth, quick shave.
And
You
then,
know what I'm
And then
saying?
they get Garth Brooks to play
that
I'm
would be
Shameless.
That would
Perfect
that would
commercial.
Good. Yeah, that's good
Get,
too.
get Garth Brooks to play Shameless, but just change the words to I'm shaving. Wow.
5 minutes. 5 minutes, and we've already created 2 commercials that are way better
No,
than that
three.
piece of shit.
Three.
Yeah.
3? What was the third one?
Gillette, Garth Brooks.
That was the third one.
Okay, that was the third one. 3 commercials, and it was way better than that piece
No,
of
and,
crap.
then, and the other thing is like the father that stops the fight because that wasn't
Yeah.
really a fight. He goes, no, that's not how we treat people. No, that's a BS statement. There are some people you should fight.
Yes.
There are reasons
Some
to
people
fight
need
people.
to be.
Like, and that's
and
another
that's-
problem. There's,
Yes.
there's some people that need to be fought. Like there's like
Mexicans.
build the no, I'm kidding. The wall, the wall.
Well, I guess I gotta go back home.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. But no, like
that is part of like becoming a man is you have to decide what it is you're willing to fight for.
Exactly. That's what I was like. That's the problem I had with the boys will be boys kid fighting thing is like, yeah, you know, brothers and friends and kids will
Fight.
rough house and fight, but at the same time, it's like you have to teach them not everything's worth fighting over.
and it's like and
I mean, it had to be legitimate
instead of
enough
showing
for them to start fighting.
instead of
So, I
like
mean,
should
one
have
of them did
shown
something.
like 2 boys in a back alley fighting, and then like condemning that, and then showing
like a policeman
a-
breaking them up
a boy.
instead of the dad.
No, I
policeman.
was saying,
And he beats the black kid.
Yes.
no, I was saying,
But it's like it was like these police officers were beating up a black vehicle. It was just so stupid.
No, so they show a boy fighting another boy, and like his sister was in the background. That'd be a different fight.
Yeah.
Like a brother fighting for his sister is a totally different situation.
Like if some
Yeah, like-
douchebag was like all up on this girl and he like
Yeah.
pushes him off and is like back off.
that would have been a
and then a
different
fight starts because that'd be
Yeah,
something worth
Yeah.
fighting.
that like if they
We
would've-
need to work for Gillette's marketing
Oh
team.
my god.
Obviously they don't have one, so
Let's just go apply right now.
well it's in Boston, so that's a bit
well,
of a
that
deal
might not work
breaker.
out.
I don't like.
Boston
No
needs-
offense to anybody
I'm gonna
that
be honest
lives
with you,
in Boston,
only one
but
of us
the
would
only
actually get hired, and it would be that guy because he has no facial hair.
Yes.
fuck.
Half the guys. That's the other thing. Half the guys in the commercial had facial hair. I'm like,
I'm like, they're
You're
not
doing-
using your product.
yeah, I know. It's like you're doing a really.
I don't even
good
use.
job.
I don't even use Gillette. I use Philips.
Philips Norelco.
Norelco one blade.
I use
You
Dollar
just
Shave
tell them
Club.
that, then you're definitely not getting in.
That's a freaking good blade, though.
Is it?
I use Dollar Shave Club.
I like Gillette. Though.
I have
Gillette's
because I
pretty
don't
good.
shave that much. Like all I do is like
How much
trim
are
down
they
here.
cheaper?
I don't remember how much the razor is, but the
say,
the blades you can use for months.
I was gonna say the
And they
initial
never go
frame I
dull.
think is really expensive compared to most.
It's
blades.
like 120, 130, something like that.
Holy
But
garbage.
then,
Yeah, but then you
razor
ne-
blades are like $1 for 10 or something like that, right?
Well,
It's,
That's a
it's
good
probably.
deal.
I think it's like $3 or $4 for a pack of 2, and they last for months. It's It's like the smoothest shape I've ever had.
I have to look into
Smooth
that.
as a baby's bottom.
Smooth as a baby's bumhole.
Smoking a bad
Run that name by me again.
Oh, buy better grape.
Run that
Why do you
name
know
by
how?
me.
It was
that
meant to
name?
pique your
What's
interest.
that name? What's that name?
I don't know if
What?
interest is the
What's the
correct
name?
word.
Oh, the razor.
Concern.
Philips Norelco one blade.
Yep, that totally went.
Just
to-
one blade.
One blade. I will
One
look that
blade.
up. That stuck.
Are you smacking your phone like a bad
No,
girl?
That is
his
my
phone.
phone.
Are you smacking his phone like a
So I
bad
was going to
girl?
look up the one blade.
Oh.
Am I supposed to be able to follow that?
This doesn't work.
Just take the phone. Dude.
Oh my God.
Okay. Gosh. That's way overly complicated. The whole ordeal to Oh, so I started writing this story about Sting and Scare.
What?
Yeah.
About our
Our
foe?
comic book.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, cool. I'm ready. I want to hear it.
It's only got like one page. So
Let's see.
Dang it.
I
Call me
forget what
nuts.
mine is.
Okay.
What was who was I?
I don't remember. I just started writing like the initial thing. So far, I don't even know. I introduced them to
I don't remember what my character was. Is it Mantis?
Marshall. No, I'm Mantis.
You're You're Mantis.
Yeah, you're Scarab / Locust.
I'm scared. / locust. I like it. I got them.
Dude, did you pay how much?
I don't remember what mine was. Mine was Hornet, wasn't it? Was it Hornet?
I don't.
Fuck, I need to know this. Grasshopper.
Yeah, you were grasshopper.
Yeah.
You were mantis.
Yeah.
He was scarab beetle.
/ Locust.
/ locust. And
Scarabeetle
what was mine?
/
Sting.
You know, DC already has a scarab, right?
Does it?
Blue beetle.
Ah,
We'll just
I've
we'll
completely
make him
forgotten like all
we'll
my
make
powers.
him not blue.
Red beetle.
Oh, fuck.
Was mine like
Scarab.
mind
We'll just make him
control or
scarab.
something?
Whatever that color is.
How much is this the one, Nathaniel?
Mm-hmm.
Because it says it's only supposed to be $35.
No, I guess it's less expensive now. I got it when it first came out.
They were trying to make some moolah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, you want an Xbox One?
Get an Xbox One.
This
so you
is
can
this
actually
is
play
kind
games
of
with us.
on the spot. I mean, like
He didn't study.
I'm trying to sell my Xbox One because I got an Xbox One
how
X.
much?
I'm selling it for $325. But wait, hold up, listen.
He's had a hard
Listen.
What the?
Listen, the original Xbox that I bought was $500 because it's the Halo 5 limited edition that comes with like a steelbook, a bunch of like background stuff, a special like skinned console and controller, and like an assemblable little like figurine thing that you can do.
You can do business after the
Any
podcast.
games come with.
Yes, 12 games, 12 or 11 games, and then like a Turtle Beach headset. So yeah, but if you're interested, I can
You
probably
be
cut
a
it
true
down.
nerd.
Darn.
You can have both consoles.
I'm
Like,
kind of tight on money right now.
Nah, you're good,
then
dude.
just be a little looser.
It's just an offer.
Yeah, I can't.
It's
I
just
gotta
an
be a
offer.
little stricter.
Like, cause you got a girlfriend?
With a kid.
Got
Wait a
With a
minute.
kid.
I did not say girlfriend.
I did not have sexual relations.
I do not
I did
recall
not sleep with her.
Yeah,
3 years and 9 months ago.
Nah, she works at the hospital.
Nice.
Is she the one that euthanizes people?
Wait.
No.
Wait.
You're,
Wait.
You're swinging too
Wait.
low.
What's her name?
Mariah Carey.
I'm afraid to tell you.
Text me.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
gonna say. I
cool.
was gonna say. Don't say it on
Yeah,
the
no
podcast.
names.
I really don't want.
LaQuisha.
Definitely not.
Tammy Lynn.
I mean, I wish.
You know, it's really bad. I showed somebody,
Beyonce.
one of my coworkers today, a picture of Galen. Hey, what the fuck?
It's just
It's an uncircumcised hot dog.
it's mildly penis. Mildly penis.
th-
Mildly penis.
there was. I was
She's
talking with
very-
somebody at work today, and I showed him a picture of Galen,
It hasn't been cut off.
and
It hasn't been trimmed.
somebody said something, and another girl that I had worked with before was like, oh, is her name something? Because she thought she looked like one of her friends that she knew.
It's
And I was like, no. And she was like, oh, usually I'm pretty good at guessing games. I was like, well, guess. And she said something, and the other girl I was talking to before goes, Laquana. And I was like, is it because she's black? And she was like, yeah. It was really funny.
So I ran into Galen at school the other day,
Is that the was that the sum?
No.
Okay.
and
Go on.
I sent it.
and so like I'm sitting there, I was like, oh hey Galen, and was like she's walking through the library, and she comes over, and I'm like sitting with all my other friends from my engineering classes, and she goes, I don't know you people, but I just spilled mustard on my pants. It was like, and then proceeded to show everybody the mustard.
She told me
stain.
about that, and I was like, that's adorable.
I was like, yeah, Galen. I was like, Galen, Seth, Andy, and I was like trying to get everybody's names in, and she's like, I gotta go to class now. I was like, okay, see you, Galen.
they were probably like, she's fucking weird.
Yeah, they were like, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I really hope that picks up.
Me too.
It all sound like Peanut. Why are you scared for your life? Taco Bell.
What are you owing about?
I don't know. He's weird.
You good? It's not that strong. Maybe I'm just dumb to it now.
I haven't done it in a while.
That's what she
He's
said.
dead. What are you doing? Caleb has made his way around the room to find things.
So I got more Cards Against Humanity stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I got the LGBT pack. I got
Okay.
the period pack, which came in a pad.
That's funny.
It's so funny. The Pride pack was supposed to come with glitter, like when you open it, but it didn't. I was really disappointed. And then there was a weed pack. So this one was the only one I had to confirm I was over 21.
Did it come with weed?
No, it did not come with weed. It came with rolling papers.
That's awesome.
It came with rolling papers, and they were cards. They
That's
actually were
so
cards.
cool.
Like, and so like you could roll it up, and you could actually. I think it came with like 3 or 4 of them.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I'll let you.
Too bad we don't have any weed.
No one does.
Yeah, no
It's
one
not a real
does.
thing.
No one
No,
does.
no
Caitlin,
one
No one
does.
does.
We actually don't.
Maybe. I'm just kidding.
Wait.
No, and so and then I got the Jew pack.
Nice.
Caitlin absolutely hates that. I think it's so funny.
There's a few funny ones, but they're usually about the Holocaust.
Those
are my favorite jokes.
They're incredibly anti-Semitic. But
Yes.
and then there's
They're just stereotypical.
Yeah.
And then
You have to
The-
show
the-
them the
sa-
cards.
sadly the
You have
worst
to
one out of
show
all of
them.
them was the drama pack.
Mm.
I was really disappointed. The gay pride pack was the greatest.
Nice.
It has there's a twink in a bounce house was one of the answers.
That's funny. That's funny.
all right, New Year's resolution, go.
New Year's lose 40 pounds from
You
a,
failed.
from a,
Go.
I didn't make
from a
one.
marriage.
Never made. Okay, go.
Can't fail if you don't make it. Get a
New
girlfriend.
Year, same shit.
Buy a
Xbox One from your
pay
friend.
off my land in a year.
Yeah, it's
Not
not
possible.
happening. That's a lot of money.
Unless
Yeah,
you
but
find
I mean,
oil on
What's
said
your New
land.
Year's resolution?
If
I
I
didn't
set it
make one either.
high, maybe I'll get close.
All right, so make one
Okay,
right now.
I did.
I did. I thought it.
We are on a podcast that only conveys audio. Please, audio.
It would require interpretive
Audiate.
dance.
It's too hard to communicate.
Audibly.
They wouldn't
Audiate.
understand.
Audibly. Please
Audiate.
speak it. Just speak it. Speak it to life.
Okay, well, you see,
Girlfriend.
I had 4 biscuits. Then I ate one.
Now
No, I
you
only have
three.
I had 4 biscuits.
That was a
then I
very
ate
nice
one.
dance that you did there.
Now I only have 3. All right, so make one.
No.
Good job.
You guys.
My
is
New Year's
good.
resolution is to not have a New Year's resolution. I can't break my New Year's
Well,
resolution.
you just did because.
It's a paradox.
Oh, you just lost. All right, so.
Oh, that reminds me. Everyone, season 2 just lost the game.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God! Episode 1.
No.
But it's
Lost the
season
game.
2.
Episode 1.
Speaking of seasons, I am now at season 6 of The Community. No,
Never
not
watched
The
it.
Community, The Office. Sorry.
Yeah.
Community.
You got excited for a moment.
Yeah, I did.
'Cause
I was
said,
like,
I said the wrong show.
have you
Yeah.
watched
Has
the Community?
someone important left the show yet? I don't remember when it happens.
No, season 5
I
is
have
when,
never seen a full episode of The Office.
I haven't either.
Season 5 is when Michael Scott starts his own paper company, and then by the end, he ends up selling it back into the paper company he worked at and gets his old job back.
Okay.
And
Have
I
you-
just
Then
found
you're
out
not
they were
where.
pregnant.
Then you're not.
Have you watched The Community?
No. This is Donald Glover's in that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase, Donald Glover,
That-
and
That one guy from down the street.
Mm.
Not the TV show.
No,
but just
have you ever watched the TV show The Soup? It was like
Mm-mm.
the
That sounds
TV show
stupid.
that was.
That sounds gay.
It was supposed to
Sounds
be a
depends on the soup. I had clam chowder for lunch.
It's good shit.
a very very similar version to Daniel Tosh or Tosh.0.
Mm-mm.
But anyways,
Must not have been as successful.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of that one.
it's an incredibly meta TV show. Dan Harmon,
It's
creator of Rick and
so-
Morty, created the TV show.
So
They have
meta.
animated characters that will show up every now and then, and it sounds like Rick. Like that's the whole
Okay.
So
the
meta.
gag about it. But
Rick and Morty.
The amount of meta
Yeah.
is just so.
one of the characters recognizes that he's in a TV series, and he talks about him being in a TV series, and then everybody else is like, "I bet this is not a TV series," and he's all like, "But we're on season 6."
That's funny.
Yeah, no, and so
Spoiler alert. They make it to 6 seasons.
yeah, that was the last. This is a spoiler. The last season was bought by Yahoo, and
Because they weren't relevant anymore, so they had to make something of themselves.
Yoo-hoos?
AOL
No, it was
still
bought- it
exists?
What?
it was bought by Yahoo, and Yahoo
I like
actually had a
chocolate
streaming
milk.
service for there for a little bit, and so they created a non-censored season. So actually, they say the F word.
Have you ever watched the show I'm Sorry? It's on True TV, I think.
No.
Mm-mm.
It's oh god, what is her name?
Bunch of apologetic people.
No,
I'm
it's
so sorry.
oh god, what is her name?
Jesse.
No,
Rosie.
James. No,
This is James.
no. Team Rocket.
Latifah.
No.
It'll
come to me eventually.
Rachel.
But anyway, it's really funny.
Roseanne.
Have you ever
Stephanie.
watched American Horror Story?
No.
No.
I refuse.
No, I refuse as well. Sorry.
Yeah, don't. It's not scary. It's
Demonic and creepy.
fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
Like we watched the first season.
I'm okay with scary. I'm just not okay with demonic and creepy.
It's not necessarily demonic. It's just fucked up.
It
Like-
gets to a point, I'm pretty sure, where there's like.
I
I
It
think
depends. It depends
one
on the season because
gonna
none of
say.
the seasons link together in
yeah,
terms of story.
Each season's its own unique story. And
Yeah.
one of the seasons is straight up like at a nunnery or something like that.
hmm One of them's in a nunnery. One of them's in an asylum. One of them is in a circus. One of them, the one that we were watching, is in a haunted house. Is in a
What is up with your fan?
The fan is doing things.
You start talking about this crap, and then that happens.
Yeah.
The freaking remote's over there.
The fan, I'm pretty sure, went in reverse for a minute.
That's what's wrong with it. Is because it's now out of sync, and so
Nope, killing it.
Keeps going.
Nope. Flip the middle one. The middle one doesn't
Nope.
have all that.
Nope.
What's it do?
It's that outlet.
No, that's still on.
Just kidding. Ha ha! Made you look. Ha! The game. I'm
Lost
sorry.
it.
It doesn't
Um,
bother me. I
Wait,
enjoy
so what
music.
is that switch for?
I have no idea.
Why do you want it up then?
It's always been up.
No, it hasn't.
Because he has erectile dysfunction.
I was gonna say. that's his Viagra right there.
It helps.
That's his nickname for Caitlin.
Wait, babe, stop. I gotta go turn off this light.
No, she'll walk upstairs and she's like, "All right, Caleb, you know what time it is? Flip," and then it's like done. And then we, eat cake and cry.
Right.
Okay.
Let us all bow our heads for our fallen brother.
Friend zoned by his own fiance.
Friend zoned by his own dick.
Oh, could you imagine if someone like got through an entire relationship, getting married on stage, and like they're giving vows, and like he gives his vows, and then it's her turn, and she goes, "I just see us as friends."
Did you see the video of the woman who read her husband's cheating texts
As vows.
as her vows.
And then didn't marry him?
Yeah,
No, I didn't.
Ooh.
it's
Is
it's
that on here?
amazing.
Is that on here?
We
I love
watch it
cringe.
later because it's
Yeah.
on the podcast and we won't be able to show
I
it.
love cringe.
Okay.
Just look it up, watch it later.
I will-
We'll watch it
okay.
afterwards.
No, I haven't seen it.
It's amazing. Like it's the ultimate. Ooh, damn. Oh God, there was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh
They're making Venom 2.
yes, American Horror Story
Are they already on the verge?
It's being
in
written.
an asylum. I haven't watched it, but Galen told me that.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
one of the first episodes, someone is like brutally
Carnage.
raped by some non-human thing with a metal rod as a penis. And then the one that we're watching now, there's a kid that is haunting this house that doesn't realize that he's haunting the house. He doesn't realize that he's dead, but he can still like have sex with the living, and he ends up
A
making.
boy?
He ends up making. Yeah, it's a guy. I say
Oh.
boy, but he's like
I'm,
he's like
I'm
19.
picturing an 8-year-old.
No, he's
and
like
then
19.
but he can
Um,
still have sex. And I'm
he-
like, wait, what?
When they this family moves into the house, when they first move into the house, in the ceiling,
It twitched.
in
No, it
the
did not.
in the ceiling, in the attic, they find this like leather bondage suit.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. And apparently it was like the previous owners, but like it's like the house drives men in the house or people in the house crazy.
Mm.
And before this family moved in, like a year or two before, was a gay couple that were brutally murdered
Yeah.
in the house.
Right on.
That's
And
probably
said
what he
and
said
they-
right
like, At
before.
the beginning, they talk about it's a murder-suicide, and they kind of go into backstory throughout it, and they kind of show that the reason the leather suit is up there is because the gay couple, the more masculine guy, was cheating on the other guy, and he thought that it was because he, wasn't spicing things up in the bedroom, so he went and got this suit to try to, spice things up. And it come to find out later on is that the original owners of the house, this guy had, he was like some scientist, and he was losing money because he couldn't figure out how to create life. He was trying to basically Frankenstein stuff, and him and his wife, because his wife was helping him, they ended up starting like an underground abortion clinic back in like the 1800s.
Okay, that's casual.
Yeah, exactly.
When
They-
I want to create life, I decide to end it.
it was either like late 1800s or early
Guy walks in.
1900s.
Is this the underground casino? No, that's across the street, buddy. This is the abortion clinic.
Thanks, man.
You knock on the door and a little slat
It's like,
opens.
"Ooh."
Password.
No, he,
Is this
No,
the
I
want it out
Underground
of me.
Railroad?
No,
Is
he
this the
comes back
Underground
Bye bye,
Railroad?
baby.
he comes back.
brought
30
my
minutes
own
later
hanger.
with his girlfriend.
Hey, I'm looking for the Underground
opens the
Railroad.
slide password.
Is this
I
it?
brought my own hanger. You're in.
Anyway,
I'm on the run.
and they start opening up this thing, and he starts helping out girls in need, and he ends up while they're under. Well, he was a dentist. That's where it started. He was a dentist, and then he was doing like the Frankenstein shit on the side in the basement, and then it ended up being an abortion clinic. Well, while he was working on patients,
Real
while they were
Renaissance
knocked
man.
out, he would have sex with them.
Yeah.
And then he would perform the operation to get the baby out, and then he would use the baby parts for his
That's what
Frankenstein
I was
for his
thinking. Yeah, I was
Frankenstein
thinking.
experiments. And then it ended up being where the woman, the baby died somehow.
Yeah.
And no, what it was,
Sounds like a normal abortion clinic.
no, okay, what it was, stop.
Yeah. So I got it out of you, but it's a lie.
It called me Dada.
Honest,
I've never had this happen before, so
taking
the,
out babies.
what happened was is like
I'll just
they-
refund you.
they did an abortion for this lady, and her husband called the house because he figured out what had happened and like where she did it. Called the house and said something about like taking away his child, and he goes, an eye for an eye. And then she realizes something's wrong, runs upstairs, and the baby's gone and windows open. So he had taken their baby.
Oh, okay.
She ends up killing her husband, killing herself. Later in the season, she starts appearing in the house. And they're not like normal ghosts where they kind of like walk through stuff and everything. They just kind of appear
Yeah.
at the door like normal people.
Yeah.
And they can interact with anything they want, that kind of thing. They're just normal people, but they're dead.
So they're not okay. Go on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, this kid that had died in the house, he ends up finding this ghost, and it time hops like all the time. The ghosts do, like they're living in multiple timelines all the time.
Okay.
He ends up finding the woman, and she's crying about losing her baby and how she wants a new baby. So the new family that moved in, the dad that found the leather suit threw it away, and then something happened with his wife. She was having a bad day, so she thought he was trying to have sex again, but they had just had a miscarriage, so she didn't want to because
Yeah.
PTSD. And so they end up having sex in the living room because like they kind of come to a consensus and conclusion, and fuck, I hate you.
Ba-da-da-da-wah-wah.
And then later that night, she's in the bed, and this figure walks in the doorway with the leather suit on.
Ooh.
And at first you're like, oh, he's trying to spice things up, and you're like, that's not him. And she's like, oh, back for round 2, something like that. And so they start having sex, and then way later in the season, you find out that it wasn't the husband. It was this kid, the ghost, that had died that was trying to get a baby for the other ghost. So he had sex with this woman, and she ends up having twins, and one of the babies is the dad's, and one of the babies is the ghost's. It's awesome, but it's fucked up.
Okay.
It's really cool. Anyway.
So which one of these is it?
We'll save that for after the podcast.
I will. But
Go to the left. It's different. I'll find it later. Because I should be able to see it from the...
Cool.
I don't think it's this one. My story that I told you to remind me to tell.
Oh, I was about to ask about that.
Yeah. So, this happened a few weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago. And
before or after the government shutdown?
Well, 2 weeks ago would be during.
All right, cool.
after.
In the midst.
Amongst the wake.
It's not really a wake. It's more of a rest.
Anyway. God damn it. Why do we still do this?
We love this.
There was some lady that was eating by herself at Cracker Barrel. And she, looking at her, you would think stuck up privileged bitch. Okay. She's probably late 50s, mid 60s, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Eating by herself. And she hadn't got her food yet. She was just sitting there, and she had knocked off a salt shaker into the floor.
Like a salt shaker.
And I was like either getting plates or had just taken food to another table or whatever, and I was walking back by the table, and I saw her drop it, so I was going to go pick it up, and after she wanted a new one. Well, she drops it, looks around the dining room to find somebody, sees me and goes, "Get it." And I was like,
oh my gosh.
it just fury just threw me. And I was like, yeah, I was on my way to get it. I was, did you want me to get you a new one? And she goes, yeah, do that. And I'm like, ooh.
I would just literally
I've
reach
never
over
punched
at
the
table.
elderly, but I think it's going to be fun.
The table beside her, I would just taken it and like.
I really
over.
wanted to, but I went and got it and came back.
Be like, don't drop it.
And
Don't drop the salt.
she I came back and she said, it was like 3 or 4 minutes that I was gone to get the new salt shaker because I couldn't find one and I had to fill up an empty one.
Yeah.
So I brought it back. I was like, here you go, ma'am. Is there anything else I need to get you? And she was like, it's about damn time. Took you long enough. And I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. And I was like, I don't deserve to be treated the way that you're treating me right now. You're being very rude to me. I was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, I'm trying to help you, and I'm trying to be very polite, and you're just being rude to me. I'm sorry. And she goes, I'm not going to be talked down to like some Negro.
Some Negro? Oh.
Oh my gosh.
rage filled me. I was like, excuse me? I was like, what the hell did you just say? And the table behind her, black family.
Oh my gosh.
And I see the all-inclusive head turn of the dining room. Just turn to
All-inclusive.
because it was loud.
Diversity.
The entire dining room just goes and turns all the way around like a bunch of owls.
Oh my God.
And I kind of look up and I was like, oh, we have an audience. And I was like, I didn't say that. I thought it. I thought
Yeah,
it.
you got Jeremiah excited.
Yeah, I know,
I was
right?
like, damn.
I was like, oh, we have an audience for the slaughter. Okay. I was like, well, this will be a mercy killing. So I was like, okay, no, you're not gonna say that. I was like, that's very, very disrespectful and rude. And I pulled out my phone and I pulled up a picture, and I went,
This is my baby.
"Do you see this?" And I said, "Guess who that is?"
Some Negro.
And she said, "I don't know who." And I was like, "This Negro is my girlfriend." I was like, and she's beautiful and wonderful and more of a human than you'll ever be. So, and I was like, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. The entire dining room turns all the way around again. And I was like, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And she said, I want to speak to a manager. And I was like, they're going to tell you the same thing. I'll be right back. Walked back, and I explained it to, she's a new manager. So I was like, initiation day. She's a newer manager. She's probably like late 20s.
Baptism by fire.
She was probably like late 20s. And I was like, I explained the whole thing to her without missing a beat. Storms out into the first dining room, looks at the woman and like the woman raises her hand. Like, you know how somebody raises their hand to start talking? She did that, and before a word got out of her mouth, the manager goes, leave. Out. And the lady's face just stricken with horror, like, how? Like, what? And she was like, you will not talk to my servers that way. You will not talk about other people that way. Cracker Barrel, me, my associates, my coworkers, my employees will not stand for that. Leave and never come back. And she just like grabs her things and starts walking the entire dining room. I was like, I'm a fucking hero. I felt so good, and I literally looked at my manager and I was like, I'm not coming back out here for a little bit. And I was like, I have to go sit down. I was fuming. I was so pissed.
Dude, I would be too.
What have made this story better is you have a manager who's black, right?
She's technically she's not a manager, but she wasn't there. She's a shift leader.
Oh, okay.
She wasn't there.
If
she was there, I would have gone to
I remember
her.
she came over one time when we went there, and I was like, she's really nice. And I was like, oh, if she was there. Ah.
Yeah, she's a very nice person. However, if you get on her nerves, she will light you
again,
up.
that comes back to the Gillette commercial. There's certain things that you fight for. Like, no, you don't throw fists at that lady.
I mean, that was
I
a
wanted
woman.
to.
That was a woman.
Oh man, I wanted to knock
That
her
was a
dentures
woman.
out.
That wasn't a
Sensodyne's not
man.
going to hold those teeth in. Woo!
Oh God.
It just
No,
proves around here women do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I was
No,
so
it's
mad, dude.
that situation proves a lot of things, right? Number one person made a racist statement. Number two, everybody uniformly kicked her the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a point proven that racism does not stand in this country.
Yeah,
There might be some, but it doesn't. And it's like, it's amazing.
She took it too far.
She absolutely did.
Oh,
Like, it's
yeah.
I was
disgusting.
like, what is
Her
this,
existence takes
1860?
it too far.
It was like
I was like, this isn't 1930. Like,
racist.
dude,
Yeah.
calm down.
But like, bro, why you need to be so harsh? Just mellow.
God, man, now I really wish Tiffany was there. Man, I would have gone straight to her, and she probably would have hit the woman.
Hey, you want to go to breakfast at Tiffany's?
Oh, no. So, thank you. Another thing that happened, this was years before I started working there. Tiffany used to just be a server, and there's another woman named Kathy. Do you remember Dakota Price? I think was a few years younger than me, or than us. Do you remember,
Name
God,
sounds
what is her
familiar.
name? Autumn Price.
Also
Yeah,
sounds
I know who
familiar.
you're talking
Autumn
about.
Price?
Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Her mom,
she was
Kathy.
in my grade.
Her mom, Kathy, used to work at Cracker Barrel. They were on the same shift, and Tiffany had brought some food out to this table, and they had asked for something, but it was Kathy's table. So Kathy went back to check on to make sure everything was okay, and she was like, she asked if she could get her a refill or something. And she's like, yeah, the color lady went to get it. And she goes, what color was she? And she was like, purple, yellow, red. And she was like, not the black lady. And she goes, then say black, dumbass. Like, to the woman's face. I was like, oh, I wish I could have been there.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
The colored lady.
Fire just went through me, dude.
Could have been worse. At least she didn't say, "Oh no, you're a slave already."
I mean,
that would have been
but-
really bad.
But would it have been just as bad if she just said the black lady?
no,
No.
Black-
she's black lady.
No.
Black's not a derogatory term.
Oh, I mean,
That's
to
what
some
pisses
people
me
it
off.
is.
Sometimes his
To
mom,
some
Tina,
people it is.
she'll whisper the word black, and I'm like, black's not racist.
No, it's not. And it's like-
I mean, but some people see it as a racist
yeah,
statement.
and some people.
And those
see,
people who do see everything as a racist statement, so don't worry about
Like-
those people.
I'm just saying.
You know,
yeah.
it went from black to Negro to obviously, and it's like there's so many different derogatory terms. Black is the simplest. I mean,
So,
'cause
it's
everybody's
okay.
going to find something racist. Everybody's going to find something offensive because, like, you could say person of color, which is quote unquote the new one, which is so stupid because it's like saying colored person, but now it's person of color.
That's
it's
bullshit.
I was
That's
gonna
such
say,
bullshit.
that
It-
sounds,
it's
that sounds
okay. I
more
got-
That's
derogatory
worse, yeah.
because it sounds like you're talking down to like a 4-year-old.
Like, yes, no,
it's
it's
a
like,
person of color, sweetie.
it's
Like,
like,
no.
but that is the quote unquote.
But now you're
new
making it
approved.
more of a thing.
Yeah.
Well, see, and it,
That-
it also depends who you
That is the
talk
quote
to.
unquote.
Because I know a girl who absolutely hated the phrase African American. She's like, "Don't call me that." I'm
I
Like, I'm an
disagree with that
American.
too.
Yeah, and see,
It's-
my
That's
Spanish
what I was
teacher,
saying. Like,
my
why
Spanish
that
teacher
was
jumped
a
down my
statement.
throat and like she was all like, "No, we're not black. We're African American. Does my skin tone look black?" I
Yeah.
was like, "Yes,
Oh.
it does."
The Spanish teacher?
Miss Tillman?
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Well, there's the name.
You didn't say it first name.
Well, no, her name's changed now.
yeah,
No,
she's
I-
no longer
yeah.
that name.
And so yeah, Miss Tillman, she straight up was all like, "Black. Like I'm not black. I am dark brown." And it's like, "No, you're black. Dark brown is this guy over here." And she loved me, by the way. And so I was able to get
Thank you
away
for
with that
pointing me
stuff.
out.
But
I
no.
did not like her. She did not like me.
I
Should-
don't
I
understand the whole African American thing because it's like you're not from Africa. Like,
No.
your ancestors are from Africa. You're not from Africa.
like
you're
it-
American. Shut the fuck up.
It's like saying European American. Like I'm European. Like that. No, I'm just American.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's really really stupid. Like the whole like hyphenated African American doesn't fully make sense because it's like it would be South African American.
We should just dissolve all
Like,
racial.
The main
things.
problem I had with her was
Everything.
her teaching, like, way. Like,
We
when
went
she
from
was-
we went from race discussions
I mean,
to
so-
her teaching style didn't agree with me.
whatever.
It's like she's
no.
freaking speaking
No,
another
because
language.
exactly. But at the same time, like I really struggled with it. So I would have to come in the mornings to get
Spanish teacher,
extra help.
Jeremiah.
Well, I come in the mornings. Well, all
I
of
come in every
her posse,
Yeah, all the kids that would hang out in her class.
yeah, would come in there, and she wasn't talking to me. She was talking to them. So I wasn't getting help. So
She
that
was-
extra
she was-
time I was supposed to be there getting help.
She-
That
Did
she
she ask
told
you
my
to come in?
parents.
She was paying
Yes.
service. Like I.
Okay.
Then you
Then
could
that's
have
messed up.
taken that to the
Yeah,
principal.
I-
and
That
they
was
would've
it.
done
Was
something
and
about it.
I made a
The
statement
third
in it, and
day-
she made everyone go out of the classroom because I made a statement
She made a
about
scene.
it. Yeah, she made a
and told
scene
everyone,
about it.
Everyone leave because I have to help this person. Like kind of.
Yeah.
thing. I would have got up and left with him and gone straight to the dean or principal.
I should
no,
have.
it's-
I should have because it was. It
College
really
has
pissed
changed
me
us.
off.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because she was like playing. She was paying service or homage to the 3 or 4 black people that we had at our school, and it's like those were the 3 or 4 black people that would
Yeah, the
continue
gay-
to stay
gay
in the
one,
room.
yeah.
When that is not the point. You are not a like you're not a posse or a friend to the black kids. You are a teacher to the one white kid that's in the room.
The TDH
I
guy in the
100%
back.
understand the student's point of view on that of trying to find people of your culture and where you come from and people like you. I get that part of it. I
Obviously-
don't get the teacher facilitating that and letting that be a thing. Because you are a teacher, you're not another black person. In that setting, you're a teacher.
You're putting
it's-
conflict. You're
Yeah.
making.
It's a conflict. It's a conflict of
the
interest.
thing, the thing that we have all lost is the idea I am a teacher who is also gay versus a gay teacher.
Yeah.
Or I am a teacher who is also black versus now it's I'm furthermore a black teacher,
Yeah.
and it's like
Mhm.
no.
Aaron.
that video is so funny.
You
dude.
got
Their
some
race
stupid
comes
say- you gonna-
first.
you gonna say some
Their
kind of
identity
stupid
or
name?
whatever they're
It's whatever
No.
identity or whatever
symbolized.
quote unquote victimhood that they
Yeah.
hold on to comes first, so that it's like now this nomenclature of like where they've come from.
Like,
It's like
you should be a
no.
teacher first, and then
Yeah.
that should be
Should be
number
like,
one.
be like,
It's
hey,
I like Nathaniel.
you
I
remember that
understand the
paycheck you
idea
get?
that
Yeah,
familiar
I have no problem
things,
with doing
like
people
Yeah.
doing that.
are what we kind of gravitate to.
Mhm.
But as this country progresses, and we are progressing, black people are now familiar, and so it's like we can get rid of.
Yes.
It's like familiar. Black people are now familiar. Like I was babysat to the time I was like 10 years old by a
Wow.
black woman. She
Wow.
was our neighbor.
10? Sheesh.
Wow.
Yeah, my sister was busy.
Yeah, he was
And
still breastfeeding. Surrogate breastfeeding. Wasn't his mom.
Wait, one more complaint. So she would never show up on time.
Oh yeah. That
And-
was
Welcome
interesting.
So
college
like,
professors
me
in a nutshell.
Me coming early to have a class with her to get
Hey,
extra
that's
help.
called pre-ejaculation. You should get that checked out.
I'm sorry. Like it happens
It's a
all
glandular
the time.
condition.
It's a glandular.
No, and she was also the teacher who would go put a damp, cold rag over the thermostat
when they were not supposed
to
to.
raise the temperature of the, like, so she was technically wasting state money because she wanted to be more comfortable. It was too cold.
Because
and-
she had a hangover from the weekend before or the night before.
I remember that.
She did get drunk a lot, and
I remember that being a whole thing.
um,
There's another teacher that did that too when my sister was in high school. She ended up going to a party with a bunch of the high schoolers.
Ooh,
They were 18 at the time,
doesn't matter.
but yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's-
exactly. Still,
Yep.
but
there was one of them that I believe.
you remember Mr. Waterbury? He used to play
Yes.
Xbox with a bunch of the
Yeah.
kids, which that they
There
can't
was
do
one
anything
teacher.
about.
Wasn't there one teacher that got caught with one of the students?
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple
I'm not gonna name names, but one of the band guys,
that
big black dude, with the
That
ag
was-
teacher.
that was after he left. He had been gone.
It wasn't. No,
No,
it started
was-
before. It started before he
during,
left.
Yeah, and then there was another English teacher who.
There
Won't
were a
go
couple of
named.
kids in our grade
Which
that were
ag
just
teacher?
messed up like that.
There was only one female
I
ag
can't
teacher.
remember her name.
Oh, it was
It has the same name as the band teacher, but it's a different lady. So I was quite
Oh.
confused for a while.
Yeah.
So I was like, the
Yeah, me
teacher
too.
hates him.
Yeah.
I was like, and she's married to a Marine.
Wait. The guy in band.
yeah.
Yes.
The only
the-
black guy in band.
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
okay, good. All right. So I know. I
There's
now know.
only the one person that we're talking
Hey,
about.
I'm
You
being
don't need
really.
to
I don't want to because
confuse him with the person.
yeah,
who's
the
not
other
him.
one that was
Hey,
slightly
hey.
shaded, dark.
Fucking God.
The drum
Slightly
captain.
shaded.
Yeah, I got it.
God.
He slept with one of the teachers.
Multiple
Yes.
times.
He
They
had
had,
game,
an
bro.
ongoing thing.
And I'm pretty well. She broke off an engagement to be with him, and they were gonna move to like some
What
other
the-
country.
Isn't he now like has a kid with somebody else?
I don't know.
No, they broke that off, and then she went back to the other guy.
Cool.
I wouldn't take it back.
I would have.
No,
Nope.
There's no way. Anyway,
God bless.
you got Red Dead Redemption 2, didn't you?
Yeah.
Nice. We need to play that.
Yes. Yes, we do.
They added like a
Hat.
battle royale thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually good though.
Okay. It's actually good.
Well, it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. Well,
It's
yeah.
not like a full-on
The
full
entire
map battle
map.
royale. It's literally like it's like a specific
full
town.
map.
It's like a specific town. You start with nothing, have to go find guns and kill people.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the entire map, and then the player is shrinks, and you're running as fast as you can, but you can never make it.
Yeah. Don't spoil anything because I'm not quite finished
Oh
yet.
yeah, no, I won't.
Yeah.
I definitely would not for that game because it is the best story I've ever played.
Everybody hates Micah.
It's really good.
What chapter are you in?
Hates Micah.
I thought it was Chris.
I'm finally
No.
now doing jobs in Saint Denis.
Saint-Denis.
Where's your camp right now?
In the
In-
little gator
outside?
area.
The one by the beach.
Next
No, I'm not
to
at the
camper.
beach or near the lake. I'm right below Saint Denis.
Next to
So
that
the-
river.
okay.
In the swamp
Over
area.
there.
Near,
And
near yeah.
then where the gators
Shady something.
Next to that
Shady
big
Acres.
are.
oak tree.
I used a sniper rifle, killed a gator from like in the middle of the lake. It was like a
Speaking of sniper rifles killing animals, I saw a video the other day. This guy,
It was me.
He was hired to do population control
Yeah.
on
Believe you.
does.
Yeah.
I would
Used
love
a
that job.
50 BMG.
The one where he missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shot at this doe and like went over to it and was like, "You'd think there'd be a lot more not animal."
They were surprised because it was intact.
Yeah, they were really surprised because the animal was intact. Come to find out, he watched the video back in slow motion. The bullet missed by like 6 inches, and the pressure wave from the bullet itself sucked the eyes out of a deer and,
like-
killed it
Oh,
and killed it
what?
instantly.
Okay,
And like
Please, can we please watch this?
it
Yes.
turned its brain into like putty. Essentially.
It's awesome.
Okay, so where? What?
50 BMG doe hunt or something like that. Yeah.
All right, keep talking. I got it.
I don't really have anything else to talk about.
An XPX. All right, right on.
Anthem beta is probably
Friday?
out the weekend that I'm probably going to release this. So
Yeah. Gonna be playing
listening
that.
to it,
I'm
we'll
off.
be playing.
I'm off Friday.
I have my class ends
This
at
right
like
here?
1 something. No.
Nope.
No.
That one. Nope to the unbelievable 50 BMG whitetail. No,
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 right?
it's not.
no, that's not it. Gosh.
We'll find it.
Put 50 BMG deer hunt miss. Try that.
Miss kill right there.
Boom.
No, it didn't change at all.
Tries to kill deer.
No.
Tries to kill man. What? Man tries to save deer. Deer tries to kill.
Ooh,
Whoa.
pierced in the face by Ara.
Why is this not? Can't find this anymore.
Demo Ranch. What a guy.
There it is.
That's not it.
That's quite a
Oh, Legos.
That's actually kind of cool.
I kind of want to watch that.
later.
Yeah,
I cannot find it. You'd think that.
I'm watching a lot of trailers, and
Okay, so we're getting
there's a lot of good games coming out this year.
50
Skin
BMG
a deer.
flare gun.
right now.
Wait, no.
It
I think it's-
no. It might be that one. That. Maybe. Go far to the left and find that video because it might be that one. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 comes out in April, and it looks really good.
I don't care enough, to be honest.
I'm gonna get it because I love Mortal Kombat.
Apparently, I saw something that was like talked about casting Rosie O'Donnell.
That's it. This is it. Yeah. So pause this real quick.
So
Probably end it off.
here's something that's kind of the thing destroys it, right?
No.
No,
doesn't
no.
look-
What I'm saying is like that gun would destroy.
Yes,
a deer.
it would rip it apart.
Yeah, because it comes down to ballistic science. When
No. My question is like,
Okay.
no, I really don't. I really like. You can tell me in just a second.
Sure,
My real
sure.
question is why are they using that to hunt deer?
because they can.
Because it's cool.
Because it's population control. It doesn't matter about preserving the animal.
But
It's just taking it out. It's fun. That's
It
why
takes
they do
it puts in more pieces that way it decays faster.
Sure.
yeah, like, that's my that
It pre-cuts the meat.
Tenderizes.
Don't
Tenderizes.
even have to skin it.
no.
Bleeds less.
That's my beef. It's like if you're gonna kill something, use it. And so the fact that they like obliterate, it's like I understand.
It's completely intact.
It goes back to the earth.
Okay.
No, I'm sure there's a certain
We're trying to
reason.
create oil.
Create oil. It liquefies them. That's for damn sure.
Honestly,
In all honesty, my thought was probably bullshit. But my thought
well,
is
there's
giant ass gunshot.
I was just
They
saying,
go away.
there's probably a particular reason, or if it's for like experimentation, because there's no way anyone hunts with a 50 BMG on the regular because
No.
it's too expensive. The gun alone costs $10,000. The bullets alone cost about $10 each.
Yeah, it's
So
expensive.
in order to shoot one deer, you would have to spend $10,010. Not to mention tax.
Yeah, and then also probably what it takes to
rent.
own that gun.
No, you don't have to have
They,
any special permits.
I think
Okay.
this area actually has the gun, and they use it for population control of various animals, and they lend it to hunters to use for the hunt, and then
All right.
take it back, I guess.
I was saying, and then that's the other reason they own the land
Yeah.
like that they're on,
I know. It's
so
still
they don't technically have to follow.
all all.
I get what you're saying. It's wasteful,
Yeah,
and it's things like
that's-
that that give hunting a bad rep.
Thank you. That is.
But
my
it's
big-
fucking
But
awesome.
at the end of the day, it also does fall under it is their land, their property, and
I know,
theirs to do with.
So
They've gotten the permits to take out
Why-
X
why-
amount
Like
of
this
those.
gun should not be used in civilian world. This should be more of a military grade.
you're absolutely right.
Well-
but I like the fact
And
that
there
he
should
owns
be regulations.
it. I don't
And
know
this
about
is
that.
like,
Well, here's the thing though.
There should be regulations.
I mean, like
50
what
BMG
we
can't do
own.
anything more than a 308.
308.
Like honestly, the only difference is the diameter. Because
I mean, mine doesn't pop out eyes and deer just by
No.
missing it.
It's the size of the bullet that does that.
Well,
yeah, like if
I mean, but 308
but
British is pretty big.
but what my point is, like a 50 can be used. Like I don't even think sniping, like in the military, they don't use the 50s because they're inaccurate and
no, they're actually
they're used for anti-vehicle
Mm-hmm.
things.
Like they're basically the modern version of a
actually
PTRS.
classified as not
it's anti-material rifles, right?
humane.
Yeah, you
humane,
can't use them
sorry.
against people in warfare because
No, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah,
No.
not anymore.
Not
I was-
anymore.
I was gonna say that's
I've seen
against-
videos of
Only
people getting hit by 'em.
only
that's why
in cases that are like severe.
I was gonna say anymore. It's like
Osama
they're
bin
cons-
Laden.
Anymore, they're
Well,
that's from-
But the funny thing is our
From
enemies
2 feet.
our enemies are
Double tap.
using these weapons that we're not supposed to use, but
Well,
they
that's
use them
valid.
against us.
Well, that's you're absolutely right.
So now we're
That's what you
we're
signed up
stepping bound. We're stepping back on like ammunition and our assets and things like that.
well, yeah, no, I mean, like I get
Just-
all of that. I do. I get
It
all
puts
of
us at risk. That's
Well,
what I'm
you're
saying.
absolutely right. Like we need to be fighting with the best and the greatest at all points in time. So if they're using
Our
weapons,
Air Force is so behind. It's not even funny.
Space Force.
Space Force,
Like
yeah.
we literally have put like no money in that.
I know,
Only recently have
I know.
we put money.
But at the same time, we still have the greatest Air Force. On the
No,
planet.
we don't. We don't.
How?
Because we are behind in technology.
Well, see, here's
We're
the
not
other
up
thing.
to date.
No, but see, the thing is that our airfield is bigger, greater, and more profitized than other countries. But other countries might focus,
But it depends-
strictly on airplanes.
It depends what
Well,
you
we
classify
pulled
as
out-
being like a better Air Force because
Bigger, sure.
I mean, Russia for sure.
Well, I mean,
is-
yeah, but
but
they dump
the
all
UK
their money. Into
well,
the
I'm saying
military.
they have fleets in like not just Air Force, but
That's what I'm saying. Like
troops-
when it comes
more
to
troops than we have.
like the biggest problem with Russia, like we would still obliterate Russia. Number one, because they
they do
No,
cla-
we
they do
wouldn't.
claim they
We-
have hypersonic nuclear.
no, we
They-
would not.
missiles.
You don't like that.
like we would still obliterate because the thing is that they focus solely on all of their money on the technology. All we would have to do is like choke them out on anything else in their
No,
country,
'cause they,
and we would like
China would back them up if we went to war.
oh then we would obliterate China because
No.
of how they have to make
No,
no,
okay,
no,
like
no,
there's
no.
so much. Like no,
He's a Marine. He knows shit.
Well, no,
he knows what the Marines-
Classified.
There's a lot more to play there than just like man-on-man combat because you have to look at the politics. You have to look at like
No, all
Mo-
of, but granted, all of that is
modern
abs-
combat is
Here's
less
the thing.
man versus is
It's
more
m-
machine.
there would
Yeah.
never
You're-
be
you're absolutely right.
there would never be like an invasion force, us invading Russia or Russia invading
You're
us
absolutely
because
right.
we would not. We could probably launch a campaign to take over Russia, like the less populated places, and probably succeed. Russia, any other country knows they can't do that in America because you would have small militia groups plus the military plus alliances from Canada's not
most
gonna,
countries.
I was gonna say Canada's
I mean
not
if
gonna
we
sit
went
by
there as
while
well, they would
Russia-
have
Yes,
small
Canada,
militias.
England,
I mean any way you
France.
go.
Most European countries would be like,
So
We'll
if
do
there
that.
was to be a war, it would probably just be raining missiles and rockets
It's-
at each other
Until
until
basically
someone
most
runs
wars,
out.
any
And
future war
another
is
one
just going to
gets
be
hit.
Yeah,
mutually assured destruction.
that is valid.
And
That's-
we
that's
are
abs-
behind. We don't have.
We're still using
We don't
Air Force
have-
technology
we-
from the 90s.
Yeah, we don't have the same amount of funding that we used to have.
No,
from
we
our-
don't have as many nukes as we used to.
Well, yeah, because they destroyed them, which was so freaking stupid. That is so like there's.
you think they destroyed him. Meanwhile, under the White House, he's got like all these. Like,
meanwhile,
warheads.
they're probably selling them. Like
He has them
Well,
in his
I'm sure
room. He just
Trump-
like presses a button.
I'm sure
Yeah.
he's getting
It
stuff.
opens up and he
in
just
Mars.
like caresses
Well,
it.
for sure.
I named this one Billy. I love Billy. He's the warmest
He's
of
a
them
good
all.
nuke.
This one's going to China.
See what
China.
what'd you think about the Mofab and the Moab?
What?
Mother of all bombs, the one the bunker buster.
There
Yeah,
was
Are you talking about
there
the-
was
are you talking about the
Mother
one in
of all
Syria?
bombs, which was the one that America created, and then Russia was all like, "Well, that's not how we do things." So they created the father of all bombs. And so,
The FOAB.
so they created a FOAB while we like dropped it. Like, we got a
You know
huge
what-
bomb.
you know what's an interesting
Moab,
fact?
And then Russia's like, "Night." Ah!
Russian mortar tubes are like 5 millimeters thinner than American mortar tubes. So the reason is if
we have problems with our
it's-
mortar tubes.
It's one way or the other. The way it is if Russia was in a conflict with the U.S. or a U.S. ally and came across a container of mortar shells, they can fire U.S. mortar shells out of their mortars. But if it was the opposite,
Gotcha.
Americans, you can't shoot.
That makes sense. That's fucking
Russian
smart.
mortars.
We're already having trouble with
There's like
mortars
barely
anyways.
a size difference between them.
The
fucking
tubes
awesome.
on the older version mortars, they actually have gone. They're breaking apart when you shoot them off. They explode like in your face.
Fun stuff.
You ever
So,
seen a video
like-
of the guy using a javelin and he locks on and shoots it and it just goes right over the hill?
And then you hear everyone go, "Run!"
Yeah, and it's just everybody's
he
freaking
throws
out.
it down. He throws this multi-million-dollar thing on the ground and is just booking it away.
Yeah.
And everyone's trying to get away from it. They have a massive payload. They're made to pierce armor of tanks.
I want to shoot a mortar. I
There's
haven't
a-
got to
Did you
shoot
see
a
one
mortar
where he's
yet.
aiming
Have
it
you
and
seen
it's
that
like
video
a
where the
balloon
The
goes,
bullet. Yeah,
have you
right
seen
out the
the
tube.
Have you seen that video where the kid like you could tell it's some Middle Eastern kid that just found a mortar and is going to shoot it off, right? And he's holding it like he's not holding the actual tube. He's just holding the thing that kind of keeps it angled in the air, and just like lets it off and then shoots it.
No, that's how the Marines do it.
Huh?
That's how the Marines do it sometimes.
No.
In close combat situations, they'll
Yeah.
like hold the mortar up and fire it.
yes.
So they
but,
can-
he's
They'd
like-
use that to clear
and, like, he
buildings.
fires it and like his arms like almost rip
Well,
off
if
because
you're a
he's,
little puny kid who can't hold his own mortar.
Well, you're supposed to
But-
have it on your shoulder and.
like that was the whole thing. Is like he was just holding it in the air and just like lit it off and was all like, like it's some like
Well, you have the
Natural
back of
selection.
The back explode, or it comes out the back of that like debris coming out, and then you have forward debris.
right, but
Wear it as a
Mortar
dick.
going off.
Just a mortar penis.
Like sticks in the window or something. Like, no, they have a new weapon. Fall back.
I'm just waiting for the spike grenades from Halo.
Right. The grenades from Gears.
Oh my god,
Ink
yes.
grenades. It just
Yep.
yeah.
Toxic.
And then it starts to burn.
Man.
I got to throw
Armament.
A grenade.
But
I got to
what were
hold
we
a
talk-
grenade. I got to pull the pin, and then
Oh,
I
yeah.
got to let it go.
In his hand.
It's so cool.
That's why
Let
he
it
messed up his
go.
pinky.
Let it go.
what time are we?
We're at probably 2.5 hours.
144.
I told you.
44.
Yeah, 144.
Oh, alrighty then. So I guess that's it.
We locking it up?
I guess we're locking it up.
We're taking
Season
the
2,
key out of the
Season
ignition,
2.
and we're putting it on pause.
Rum bum bum.
Okay. You're pausing a car.
Season 2,
You have a
episode 1?
start button. and a pause?
Episode
It's
season
like when you're rolling
1
downhill,
under
you
our
put it in neutral
belts.
and take the key out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Year 1.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Year 1 of Knights of the Round Table has
Ooh,
concluded.
no, we can pull a Destiny thing. We can charge people $60 a pop to get the year 2.
Yes, yes.
Dude, Activision dropped Bungie, and it's the best thing that's going to happen to Bungie.
Are they a free studio now?
They are a free studio now. Activision is no longer with Bungie, and Bungie has free reign over their games now.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Right on.
Now
That
they just
means-
need to make something new.
That means
I feel like
yeah,
I
it's like a
should
new
be
a new
psyched, but I don't
yeah,
know this.
IP.
I'm not in this universe.
Basically, Activision was the publisher
Sorry.
for Bungie for their games, so that when Bungie released a game, it had to meet Activision standards and be of a certain caliber and
Which
have
is
certain things in it.
microtransactions and
Exactly.
such.
Now that Activision has dropped Bungie,
Bungie can do whatever the hell they want.
Bungie can literally do whatever they
For
want
gay
with their
pride.
game.
If
Sure.
they wanted to.
Sure.
Destiny.
Halo Pride.
The Three Musketeers.
It's like the Needler. Pew 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 pew. Aye.
No, he goes to fire.
The rocket launcher. He goes, Let me suck your dick.
Like you throw the sticky grenades and then like they just blow up and a rainbow
Dang.
puff of cloud.
Wow, that is very, very offensive.
I'm just seeing like Halo
This
Reach.
is how you end it.
Yeah, this is how we end it.
Halo Reach
Season
remastered,
2.
and it just has a rainbow behind it.
Dude, Halo Infinite, awesome.
Have they shown more for that?
No,
Okay.
but it's supposed to be an open world.
It looks. The trailer for it, I thought it was like a planet, like the planet stuff. Because there's like rhinoceroses.
And then it was like, that's not a rhino. It has a weird horn. Bungie does wonders with music scores.
That's
Oh
Yeah, but
my
that
god.
SM343, they're doing all right.
Some of the
No,
greatest.
I'm talking about Bungie.
No, yeah, Bungie is fantastic, but I'm saying like the new Halo. It's
Yeah.
decent, but it's not. It's
I find
not
I
Halo
find it
3.
hysterical that some of the greatest art, music, anything of that nature
Cinematography, VFX.
comes from
CG.
video games now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it used to be strictly movies and like
Well, after the podcast, I'm going to show you a few trailers, and yeah, you'll
Yeah.
see.
yeah, oh no, I don't doubt it. And then obviously one of the greatest scores of all time came from How to Train Your Dragon,
Mhm.
which is very rare to hear.
And he's going back for the third one. It comes out in a month.
Austin,
Right, they pushed the date up, didn't they?
A month
Sir
and 2
Galahad
days.
over here
A
gets a
month and 2
giant
days.
hard on
They
when it comes.
yeah,
to
they pushed the date up. It wasn't in
February
March. Now it's in February.
Yep, February 22nd.
February 22nd.
Yes.
That's when Anthem comes out.
I know, same day.
I'm
like,
so
like,
excited.
this is gonna be a
That
good
weekend's gonna be
day.
so good. I took off work just for that weekend,
It's gonna be such a good day.
All right.
dude. All right, season 2 commenced.
Season 2, episode 1.
Episode 1, sure.
You want to just call
Episode 1.5.
Yeah, we'll do it that way. Season
Yeah,
season
season
1,
two,
season
episode
I was
2.
gonna say
Yeah.
that's better
Yeah.
than like episode 346.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not that we've reached
Yeah.
that.
We've had that many.
episode 1.
Stay tuned for more.
Thanks, friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Hola.
The Wizard.
Give me that tea.